Okay, I can't believe it. We're live. We're large. We're in charge. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. So, Iran wants to attack California. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know how true it is, but if it is, it's crazy. Crazy. Give me a moment, though. Give me 1 second, everybody. So, we're going to try to get a little bit of Tim Smith onto the chat or onto the channel tonight. If he's willing. Depends on what he's feeling, though. Give me one moment. I'm putting a poll up real quick, and we're going to see if we can get Tim out. I think we could try to get Tim up on the board a little bit. What do you guys think? You guys think we get a little bit of Tim Smith action tonight? Now, I wouldn't mind having some Tim Smith action on the channel tonight, dude. Give me just a moment, though. Just got to get something up on the board real quick. Okay. Now, like I said, I don't know if Tim Smith is going to be on tonight. We don't know. I hope he is, because we always love having Tim Smith on the channel. But we're going to share the stream. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to send the link to Mr. Tim. If I can figure out, I want to add a guest. Copy that. We're going to copy that. We're going to send this to Mr. Tim Smith real quick. Okay, so I just sent so yeah, we don't know if Tim Smith is going to join. We don't really know. That's okay though. That's okay. We prefer it if Tim Smith joined tonight. We definitely want to, anytime we can get Tim Smith on the show, we're very appreciative anytime that we can get him on, but I also understand if he's like got some things going on, stuff like that. So if Tim's busy, we're not going to try to bug him too much. But I did send him an email. I prefer spring water. Spring water is amazing, but purified water is just as good. As long as the water has no impurities, like nothing too crazy in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're going to try to get Tim Smith on tonight. We're trying. If he comes on, he comes on. Great. If not, we love our Tim Smith, man. So we're definitely trying to get him on tonight. But while we're waiting for Tim Smith to come on, we're going to react to a video. So I think I sent the email. Yeah, but no pressure on Tim tonight. We're not going to put like any crazy pressure on him. I did send him an email. Hopefully we can get Tim on, but if not, we got plenty of things to react to on the internets. And then we can just kind of go from there. Let's see. Let's do a window. Here we go. Now we are going to react to a little bit of Asman. How do I make myself bigger without using the bathmate? How do I make myself bigger? Admittedly, I don't use StreamYard that much. So hopefully we get our boy on, but we're gonna react to a little Asman Gould. So you guys could probably see me in the bottom corner. I'm gonna try to react to this accordingly. Maximize? No? Minimize. Remove from stage. I guess we'll react accordingly, I guess. I can't believe Iran's trying to attack California with unmanned drones. Are you kidding me? How are they able to get those drones all the way to Cali, though? That's my main concern. How are they able to pull that off? I guess we'll keep going. Yeah. So basically, Iran 2 weeks ago. So Iran's been trying to attack us even before we attack them. So, maybe Trump's attacks were justified. Oh my God. Everybody keeps doubting Donald Trump, but he's on the right path, man. Oh, it doesn't surprise me, Tish, so Tish is asking, weren't the Mexican cartels trying to send drones into Texas and they shut down the airspace? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me if that were the case, if they tried that. It wouldn't shock me at all. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button if you can. The subscribe button's in the upper right-hand corner. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways, so I appreciate everybody's effort in keeping this show as free and as sexy as can be. I'm trying to see if I can't really... Oh, I guess I could maximize myself. There we go. Sweet, I can maximize myself and I can minimize myself. Nice. So yeah, it's crazy. So it turns out, wow, they're really trying to do this shit, dude. Iran sucks so much, dude. Iran's so terrible. Let's keep watching. Let's keep reacting. Yeah, the Coast Guard's going to be on high alert, man. The Coast Guard is going to be on high freaking alert, bro. Oh, it's not letting you hear the video? Hold on. Okay, there's no video audio. Okay, let me see. That could very well be a problem on my end. Let me stop the screen sharing and then we'll try again. Okay, so also share the system audio. That's what I forgot to click. My bad. Totally my bad. So you guys should be able to hear the video this time around. Hopefully we get a little bit of Tim Smith in the house. Let me see if Tim sent me an email back or anything. I did send him an email. Hopefully Tim's, like I said, hopefully Tim's able to come on tonight. But if not, no big deal. We just always love our Tim Smith. Tim Smith makes the channel interesting. He's got interesting mind. I like that guy. He's a good dude.
3 hours ago.
So the U.S. has broadly known.
I think you guys should be able to hear the audio now.
I think that they're showing that. Yeah, okay.
For some time, that drones could be deployed against the homeland. We know that Iran has been using drones significantly in this 12-day-old war with the United States. That's what killed the first 6 U.S. service members in this war. But now the FBI is specifically warning
the Vegas shooter was Iran. I didn't see
California along the Pacific coastline that Iran is aspiring to use them to attack in the West.
So why California? Why the West?
Yeah, why would they try to attack California? Like, why Cali, you know? Is it because I think California is everything that Iran despises? And it's really just envy. Iran envies the U.S. Straight up. It's like penis envy, you know? Iran has penis envy. But I don't get, like, what kind of damage could they actually do? We're just gonna strike down the drones. You know what I mean? We're gonna strike them down.
Good question.
Because it's the closest to the, like, I mean, realistically, I would assume the reason why is that they could launch them from some island that's closer nearby, and they could send them over more easily. I mean, that's probably the reason why. California is like one of the biggest cities. Like, I mean, New York is harder to hit because it's not on a coastline. Like, they're probably going to do it from the sea. So if they can send in these little vessels from the sea, I mean, I would say California is probably the most substantial thing that they could hit to be terrorists, right? I mean, duh.
That's not exactly
California's a city?
Clear, but perhaps.
I mean, in all reality, though, they can view our culture as sinful, but their culture, we also view their culture as tarded. I mean, I honestly, personally think that Middle Eastern culture is disgusting. I'm not going to go into why, but I think I'm not a fan of the culture. Culture treats women like crap. The culture treats gay people like crap. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it. And yeah, that's me personally. That's what I believe. So Iran sucks.
Perhaps there's thought that Iran has these things pre-positioned on ships that are still
England.
So Frog Eat Frog is wondering why I'm so small. So I'm using StreamYard tonight in hopes that Tim Smith will be able to come on, because I do enjoy having Tim Smith on the show. He's actually a really cool dude, and I'm going to maximize myself real quick though. But yeah, so I'm really a fan. Yeah, it's their religion, but their religion is not good. Not all religions are created equal. And look, I'm not a religious guy, but even I can tell some religions are good and some religions are bad. It's just painfully obvious to me. That's the way I see it. And yeah, not all religions are created equal. Some are really, really crappy and have no morals at all. Just because a religion exists doesn't mean it needs to be respected. Some religions are not very respectable. That's just the point I'm trying to make. Some religions, in my opinion, are just downright evil. I'm serious when I say that too, by the way. Very, very serious when I say that. Oh. But yeah, I just think that some religions are just pure evil and, don't have a real place in the world. That's my take on it.
This is my city.
Waters, or that could float through international waters. We know that we've previously reported, Kira, on Iran's desire to perhaps activate sleeper cells in the United States, although that's certainly far from confirmed or far from anything operational as far as law enforcement knows. It's not clear why the West Coast as opposed to the East Coast, but that's what the alert from the FBI says.
All right, Aaron.
I think also California is the most prosperous and the most economically powerful country in the U.S. And so it has the highest GDP and the highest economic level. So it's also the most populated too. So I feel like it's pretty obvious that's where you're going to attack country. Guys, listen, I say the wrong words. That's what happens. I do it constantly. Okay? So you're going to have to get used to it. It's a state. I know. It's really...
If you guys can, though, tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So, yeah, like I said, don't forget to tap the subscribe button in the right-hand corner. So we're trying to get to 8,800 subscribers tonight. I think we could do it, man. I'm feeling it. I think we could pull it off. And if we can, great. And if not, it's also good. We're trying our best here. Trying our best. And, yeah, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hey, thank you, Slim Margin, for subscribing, man. I appreciate you. Let's give Slim Margin a shout-out. Thank you for subbing, man. What a stud, dude. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Everybody give a shout-out to Slim Margin, my boy, dude. But yeah, thanks to everybody for taking the time to subscribe. I mean, it really does help the channel grow in a lot of ways, and you guys help the channel, man. That's all I gotta say is you guys help the channel more than you realize. So keep it up, bro. Hey, thank you, Slim Margin. Appreciate you, bro.
Really bad.
We'll stay on top of it. Thank you.
You've got to keep in mind that I'm reading messages, I'm thinking about something else, I'm watching this video. I'm gonna have misfires, okay? And there's gonna be a lot of them. So get used to it, guys. Get used to it. Let's see if there's any more about this, too. And I'll see if there's any other examples.
Hey, thank you, Slim Margin. I'm glad you love the channel, bro. I really am. I'm glad you love this channel, man. We try to keep it as fun as possible. But yeah, if anybody else wants to subscribe, man, it does help the channel grow. Helps my wiener feel better than it does. I mean, I have a tiny schlong, but, whatever. Thank you guys for subscribing and liking, though. Double tap the screen to like the stream, though, and subscribe to the channel. Let's keep going.
An ABC News exclusive. The FBI warning police departments across California that Iran could retaliate against the West Coast. This would allegedly be done
dyslexia. I just
using drone
say different words.
ABC News has reviewed the alert from the end of February, and the alert said Iran planned to conduct.
Why are they standing like that? The way they're standing and they're holding their little iPads, I don't know. It just feels gee.
A surprise attack using unmanned aerial vehicles.
Saint Pinor, dude. We got Saint Pinor.
I think if this happens, people are going to say that it's a false flag, by the way. Even if it's not a false flag, I think people are going to say that's what's happening, right? I don't know whether it will be or not, but and I think that it depends on what happens. It might work. I don't know. All right.
The U.S. conducted strikes against Iran. The alert did not have any additional information on the timing,
So
method,
that's it at all?
target, or
There's nothing
perpetrators
else?
of the alleged attack.
Okay.
Now, this warning comes as the Trump administration launches more attacks in Iran. ABC's Olivia Rubin is following the
I mean, like, I'm sick and tired of Iran, if we're going to be honest. Like, I think most people with half a brain are tired of Iran. And why not? Why not be tired of Iran? Iran has done nothing but make things worse around the globe. So I see no reason in giving two shits about Iran, to be honest. I mean, that's my take on it. You know, maybe it's a losing take. I don't know. But yeah, that's the way I see it, man. It's a losing country. Let's keep watching.
overnight strikes.
Today, fire and fury in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, you can see people are already, Hassan even. Very difficult for me to read this as anything but a potential false flag setup. I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I mean, even if it's not, it's pretty easy to tell that Iran would want to bomb the U.S. if they could. I feel like that's kind of obvious.
This cargo ship from Thailand
Oh, they be trying, dude. They be
on
trying.
fire. Officials now say 3 crew members are missing, 32 rescued. Several cargo ships in the strait hit by unknown projectiles, according to the British Maritime Authority, Iran claiming responsibility for 2 of those strikes. The strait, a critical passageway for the world's oil supply, now essentially closed.
This is one of the pressure points that Iran knew he could use to really force the United States potentially to stop the conflict. If they can do this successfully, they're going to stop 20% of the world's
Would we even need a false flag?
There are
The reason why, so this is the idea, is that the government would use the false flag as a justification to send troops into Iran.
I mean, that's interesting. Look, I mean, hey, my boy, Ty Lord's back. No Tim Smith for the moment. I don't know where Tim is at. Tim might be working late. I don't really know. It depends on if Tim's even available tonight. I'm hoping that Tim comes on tonight, but if he doesn't, that's not a big deal. We love Tim. We want to have him on, obviously, because Tim's our boy. But, you know, even if we have him on for just an hour, I'm totally fine with that. Like, even for just a single hour. No, I know we all love Tim. I know Tyler loves Tim. I know Tish loves Tim. You know, we got all sorts of people who love Tim Smith on this channel, and Tim is one of our most revered friends on this channel when it comes to interviews. Like, I enjoy any interview that I have with Tim Smith. So if we can get Tim on, man, I'm stoked. But if not, no, we got plenty of stuff to react to, so we're going to react to a few things. I'm going to put myself up real quick. But yeah, the whole thing that's happening in Iran right now, yeah, I think Trump was justified the entire time to do it exactly what he did. I really do. I know not a lot of people are going to agree with me on that. They're going to get very angry. How dare I? How dare I justify what Trump has done? It's probably what some people are thinking, and you know what? Good for you guys. I'm totally on Team Trump at this point, dude. I'm so sick and tired of Iran. Yeah, Tim's amazing, dude. Tim's fun, always courteous. We always try to get Tim on. I mean, we love Tim on this channel, dude. And also, he's our Canadian correspondent, dude. He's basically the pulse for Canada. So if we want to know the state, the morale of Canada, I mean, look no further than Tim Smith. Tim Smith is our Canadian man. Let me see if he replied to any of my Gmail email that I sent him. No response yet. Nothing yet. One moment. Trying to pull off a stalemate real quick. Oh yeah, no, Tim Smith is always keeping us up to date, man. Tylord, absolutely, dude. Tim Smith always keeps the viewers up to date. He's a big part of the show. Especially even if he's not even if he's just chilling out in the chat and giving his opinions and thoughts, dude. I mean, Tim is always fun to listen to, dude. Tim is the man. Tim is the GOAT, dude. Too sexy.
I think that's what they're saying. That's the argument, at least. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm just saying, that's what they were saying.
The flow of oil. The U.S. releasing a new video this morning of strikes
like Pearl Harbor.
Iranian
Yeah, just like Pearl Harbor.
Saying it's destroyed 16 mine-laying vessels near the strait. The U.S. now said...
You've got to keep in mind, too, the U.S. didn't enter World War II until the end of 1941. Because Pearl Harbor was December 7th, 1941. And World War II started in 1939, whenever Hitler took over Poland.
As American forces have
That's true. That's true. The history we're getting an Asmongold history lesson right now.
Basically for 2 or 3 years.
Inside Iran since the war began 11 days ago. U.S. Central Command giving an update this morning.
Every day, we're striking hard at Iranian ballistic missile and drones.
The human cost playing out, too. In Tehran, thousands gathering in the streets for officials killed in some of the first strikes of the war. Now, to ease some of those concerns, dozens of countries are preparing for the largest release of oil from the strategic reserves ever.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do in order to keep the oil prices lower, obviously, so the terrorists don't effectively create some sort of economic pressure to have people want to let up on them. And I think that's very clearly what's happening. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but that's where things are going to me. And so, and they've also been doing more of these. Look at this here. Here we go. It's already said the Mexican cartels are responsible for supplying drones to Iran to attack California. Well, I didn't.
Oh, damn. I did not know that. I mean, that wouldn't be a surprise if the Iranian government was in contact with the Mexican cartel.
Hear that at all.
That makes absolute sense to me, unfortunately.
Oh, that's the first time I'm ever hearing it in any capacity. So you make it sound as if the U.S. only entered because of World War II, because of Pearl Harbor. My understanding of it, and I'm not a World War II historian, but basically Pearl Harbor gave the necessary and sufficient impetus, because after World War I, the U.S. wanted to be a lot more isolationist, and a lot of people in America didn't want to get involved in World War II. And whenever Pearl Harbor happened, I think that what was it? I feel like, wasn't it Winston Churchill that said that after Pearl Harbor happened that they said they won the war because they knew America would come and fight? It galvanized the U.S. population. Yeah, it did.
Got America into the war, man.
Pearl Harbor was the push. Yeah. Definitely. Maybe the U.S. would have gotten involved later on. Who knows? But Pearl Harbor definitely set it in motion. Historian here, you're correct. It was the trigger. Yeah, that's my understanding of it, right? But I could be wrong. And I'm sure it's probably like it's multifaceted like everything is.
And now to Operation Epic Fury, the U.S. pounding Iranian warships as the regime retaliates against its neighbors across the region.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yanks joins us live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Good morning, Trey.
They're already involved. They provide resources.
Yeah, Lawrence, good morning.
I think so,
another
yeah.
sleepless night here in Tel Aviv as air raid sirens blared across the city 4 separate times.
Pearl Harbor's a false flag? No, Pearl Harbor was a strike on America that galvanized Americans into being willing to engage in a foreign war.
Yeah.
That's what the comparison. The false flag part was just a coincidence.
Bomb shelters, many missiles intercepted
relevant.
overhead as the Israelis and the Americans continue to degrade the Iranian regime and their ability to launch these types of attacks against Israel and regional Gulf countries. We have some aftermath inside of Iran showing you some of the damage, not only around the capital of Tehran, but other areas. There is a concerted effort by the Americans and the Israelis to degrade Iran's ability to respond with attacks, including ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, and drones. Now, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu spoke today about the ongoing success of this operation.
We are in a campaign against a cruel enemy that wants to destroy us.
What a surprise.
Their nuclear and ballistic capabilities in Operation Rising Lion. Afterwards, instead of learning the lesson, they tried to redevelop them and bury them deep underground in such a way that we can no longer target them.
The Israelis are looking east. They're also looking north at the Iran-backed Lebanese militant group Hezbollah. Some new strikes there overnight targeting individuals linked not only to Hezbollah, but also the IRGC. We know that according to the IDF, they have moved a brigade, the Golani Brigade that was inside Gaza, to the northern border in preparation for more offensive actions against Hezbollah. A top spokesperson for the Israeli military talking about...
I could see Israel like sending ground troops into Lebanon. I could easily see that happening. If Lebanon doesn't try to get Hezbollah under control, I think that's where things might go.
About this operation.
In recent days, we've identified that Hezbollah is trying to increase the firing towards northern communities and expand the range of fire to additional areas in the country. Hezbollah is taking heavy blows. We are deepening the damage to its capabilities with each passing day and increasing the pressure on it.
Do you think Iran
We're tracking a lot of developments here, not just from Lebanon, but also in Iran this week. There were pro-regime demonstrations. You can see people here chanting in support of Mojtaba Khamenei, the new supreme leader of Iran. What you're not seeing in the streets of Iran right now is the anti-regime demonstrations, because there is...
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm curious about that.
Real concern about another crackdown against those civilians. We know earlier...
It's because it's illegal, and they said on state TV that they will kill you if you protest against them.
That's crazy, yep. So they basically had to just fall in line. It's got to fall in line. That sucks. I feel bad for the people of Iran, though. Like the actual civilians. I mean, those are the people I'm feeling for right now, man. Those are the people I'm just like, damn, dude. Freaking crazy.
Wow. There's nobody out there protesting against the regime. Yeah, because they'd get killed. Duh.
Yeah.
This year, an estimated 32,000 people were killed in those protests. Guys?
Well, Trey, what did Netanyahu mean when he said to the Iranian people, in the coming days will bring opportunity to free yourselves?
Fuck Israel, they're attacking civilians in Beirut, not military. Well, they're attacking a paramilitary force that's posing as civilians, and they're using civilian infrastructure to shoot rockets.
Make sure you guys tap the like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. Let me put Asmund Gould back on the screen real quick. This is crazy what's happening in Iran.
And do military actions against Israel. I think that if you're criticizing Israel for bombing Hezbollah, you should actually be criticizing Hezbollah for using civilians as human shields.
Yeah.
They're the ones that are the terrorists that are indiscriminately launching missiles over to Israel with no sort of reasoning whatsoever other than just shooting them over there. It's ridiculous.
Working on some reporting on this specific topic right now, but there are clearly things going on behind the scenes that indicate the Americans and the Israelis want to empower the Iranian civilians who are against this brutal regime to go to the streets once again. We don't know exactly when that will happen or if the conditions will remain
another emotional
in a way
argument
that would allow them to go to the streets and not be killed by security forces. But
can't use them as shields and then cry when they die. Exactly. Well, that's the strategy.
Hey, we got Larson Christopher in the house. What's going on? We got Annie. We got Ty Lord. We got Tish. We got a lot of people in the house right now. Trying to get my boy Mr. Tim Smith on, but I think he might be running a little bit late today. Don't know if he's coming on. No promises. No promises. And if we're all lucky, you guys, Odin. Oh, and we got ET in the house. Yeah, we got my boy ET. I'm hoping that Tim Smith comes on tonight. Hey, you're asking why am I so small? You know I got a micro dong. Oh, you're talking about why I'm small on the screen. Okay. So I'm using StreamYard, sorry. So I'm using StreamYard, which makes me small when I react to things. So I have to I have to maximize myself, then I have to minimize myself so we can all watch the presentation together. But yeah, I'm tiny. I got a tiny schlong, okay?
Strategy they use is that they use these people as human shields, and then whenever they get hit and these people die, then they act like victims, and a bunch of...
Dude, Odin confuses the shit out of me. Anytime Odin comes on, I'm like... Everybody asks me, all the time, why don't you ban Odin? And I tell people, it's like, look, I think Odin sucks, but... I do promote a community of free speech, and I don't want to censor anybody, even if they're annoying. I'll call him annoying. I'm more than happy to call Odin annoying. He is entertaining, though, but he's very, oh my God, a buzzkill. Odin is a buzzkill. Let's keep going, man.
Stupid Westerners believe that we're going around slaughtering civilians, when meanwhile they're the ones that are slaughtering their own civilians, and whenever they're not slaughtering their own civilians, they're trying to kill the civilians in other countries, and they're using their own civilians as shields from any sort of repercussions from it. That's what they're doing.
As a result of Operation Epic Fury, many of the people responsible for the crackdown on protesters have been taken out, and the besieged forces and IRGC headquarters in Tehran have been destroyed in this operation. And so these heavy blows will continue to be inflicted on the Iranian regime, and we can expect an increase in strikes throughout the day today and even into tonight.
Trey, you're reporting that you started off with when it comes to that brigade that was on the Gaza border from Israel. Is that a ground force that's making its way?
There we go. At least I'm a little bigger.
Yes, it is, Lawrence.
Oh, wow.
I found a way to make myself kind of bigger on this screen. I did it. Fucking did it, dude. I'm a little bit bigger. I'm still tiny, but I'm a lot bigger than I was before. I'll take that to the bank. My dong is too tiny.
That's new. That's definitely new. Holy shit. I agree, but how's it different when it comes to Gaza? I have no idea. I mean, if you want me to be honest, the Palestine-Gaza argument, I don't... It's not relevant or important to me who's right or who's wrong. I just feel bad for the people that are in Gaza that are getting killed. That's really about it. I'm not trying to argue about who's right and who's wrong in that conflict. It's a Middle Eastern war that's been going on for decades, if not hundreds of years, and I don't want to have anything to do with it.
That's understandable.
Ground force. The Golani Brigade was one of the... You could describe them as the tip of the spear for the Israelis when they were entering on the ground to fight Hamas inside Gaza. We met many of these soldiers throughout the course of the war, and they are trained ground fighters. They have the ability to go into Lebanon deeper if the Israelis make that decision. Right now, we know there are tanks and troops deployed in southern Lebanon. Over the weekend, two Israeli soldiers were actually killed by Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. But it's an incredibly difficult terrain to operate in. And again, an indication of why they are moving the Golani Brigade, a brigade that has this fighting experience.
So, Trey, a little bit of analysis and mixing with the reporting with this question. Why do you think the Arab Gulf states, I just saw it today, Saudi Arabia stops ballistic missiles aimed at Prince Sultan Air Base. We saw the UAE been targeted again yesterday. At what point do they start standing up for themselves and hitting back? Do you think the U.S. and Israeli forces would like them to do that?
This is another great question, and I want to be careful with my reporting here. I'm also working on a story about this, but there are conversations happening behind the scenes about possible involvement of Gulf states. They understand they're taking a massive amount of ballistic missile fire and drone attacks against
I'm actually surprised that more countries haven't started helping, like bombing Iran.
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked too, because Iran has been totally a piece of shit to all the bordering countries and has made life difficult for everybody. They've been the number one sponsor of terror. Iran has funded terror for so long, terrorist organizations and stuff like that, so I'm a little bit shocked by that. But yeah, Iran sucks. I'm not a fan of Iran. Not a fan at all, bro.
I feel like it's very obvious where the problem is coming from. Like when you have Iran that's funding terrorism all around the world, and they're also
just like I said, Iran's a piece of crap, dude.
Bombing everybody constantly. Same. I think also one of the reasons why is they're afraid of like kind of repercussions and like Iran bombing them. That's probably the main reason. But I do like, I think that Europe should be helping us a lot more than they are. That's my opinion. I think it's embarrassing that they're not. And I think that for places like in the UK, I think the reason...
Well, sadly, Europe kind of sucks, but, you know, whatever. This is crazy, man. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I got distracted by chess.
Reason why they're not is they're trying not to alienate the radical Islamic people that live in the country already, which I think is just embarrassing. It's pathetic.
Just U.S. military targets in their countries, but also the civilian population there. And so certainly this is a consideration. I've also been talking with Gulf sources, and they say there is a red line. We're trying to...
Yeah, Europe is weak and impotent. Yep. I can agree with that, Tish. I can agree with that, man.
Understand what that red line is as these attacks unfold. But the fact that we're seeing drone attacks and missile attacks against cities like Doha, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai, these are areas where international tourists go. We know there were thousands of American citizens earlier in this war that had just been vacationing there. These are countries that are not used to taking this type of incoming fire, very different from Israel.
It's brutal.
And so those conversations are taking place, and considerations
And I think that's the reason why they're not doing it. It's because they don't have the same infrastructure to repel attacks.
Underway about more involvement.
That's actually the main reason
not just
why.
Defensive, but also offensive capabilities.
It would be a game changer.
Yeah, I know. And you know what I thought about? We interviewed someone. Was it the lady we interviewed? She was stuck. She was an American. She was stuck in Dubai.
So my main question is like how realistic is Iran actually attacking California? Like, how realistic is that truly? I argue that it's not that realistic at all, unless they are working with the Mexican cartel, in which if they have drones, then somehow they can make that happen. But yeah, Frick, man. I don't know what to say.
And I instantly thought, like, these drone attacks are happening where a lot of Americans are not able to leave. Have the Americans who have wanted to get out, have they been allowed to get out now?
I feel like they have been. That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. Tens of thousands of Americans.
Also, you guys double tap the screen to like the stream. Once again, double tap the screen to like the stream. But yeah, I think that the Iranian military's got zero chance. I just think they're screwed, man. It's getting good, dude. We're getting good.
Americans have been able to leave the Middle East as a result of efforts that were made by U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Assistant Secretary of State Dylan Johnson, and others who have been behind the scenes working with not only charter flights, but also ground transportation and coordination to get Americans.
So my boy, Vacation Time 24/7 says Iran plans to nuke. Oh, man. Oh, man, this is good shit. I might need to go to bed early tonight, man. I'm actually tired. I realized I do need to drink a little bit of water, though. I'm not going to lie. I'm fairly dehydrated. Oh, well, I need taking those weak sips. Better sips. Oh. Let's keep going, I guess. Let's give our commentary. I'm going to give a little commentary. Keep on rolling. All right, let's keep watching.
Out of harm's way at no cost. And so that has been a very successful effort so far. And we've even seen some of the video of Americans returning, for example, to Dulles Airport outside of Washington after they've been able to get out of the Middle East. And so we understand
not really. You can leave the airports are closed. They are
so
now,
far,
but they haven't been.
Thousands of Americans have been able to come home in the aftermath of this war beginning.
All right. Thanks so much, Trey.
Thanks, Trey.
Now they're trying to get an economic toll, have the region pay an economic toll. We'll pay an economic toll. The one way to do it. Bring that price of oil.
Yeah, they're just bombing ships. That's all they're doing, trying to make the price of oil go up as much as possible. The Gulf countries do have infrastructure to repel attacks. Look at UAE. Oh, I wasn't talking about the Gulf countries. I was talking about the other ones besides that, like places like in Europe, etc.
Down and gas is to start.
I don't know if they have the same type of infrastructure. And also, like, it's very clear that the Saudi Arabia does not have the same level of it that Israel does.
The minute the escorts stop, you're going to watch the price per barrel go down. It's already down on the 85 from 120.
It did go down.
Meanwhile, now let's go to Steve Harrigan, who is live at the border between Iran and Armenia. Steve.
Uh-oh.
U.S. Central Command saying that they have destroyed 16 mine-laying Iranian ships in the Strait.
Damn, that's a lot of ships. That's a lot of mine-laying ships, dude. Come on, man.
Of Hormuz, of course.
It's like over 20 now, I'm pretty sure.
Narrow waterway is where 1/5 of the world's oil flows through. President Trump issuing a stark warning posting, if for any reason mines were placed and they are not removed forthwith, the military consequences to Iran will be at a level never.
Larson is saying, what up, Frog Eat Frog? It's good to see you, brother. We always love our Frog Eat Frog on this channel. Larson Christopher saying, my mom cancer for HIVs. 1 to 4 per treatment. Yeah. Jeez. That's wild, man. Ugh. And my mom has to go through cancer treatments. And, luckily she's got like Medicare and stuff like that. So she's able to get these treatments without having to go bankrupt or anything. But yeah, it's wild, man. Yeah, I got to admit, this war's kind of giving me anxiety as well a little bit. Part of it doesn't feel right. I know it's necessary, but, RSO? Near $40 trillion in debt, yeah.
Never seen before.
This is from yesterday.
Central Command also posting the following numbers. They say that 50 Iranian Navy vessels have been destroyed, basically rendering Iran's Navy.
Garza, let's see, Frog Eat Frog says Garza, when it starts giving anxiety, you got to take a break, yeah. Yeah, some of this stuff is so wild. Yeah. Even covering this stuff wears on the psyche. I'm not a fan of the news. It's just sad. I understand why the U.S. is getting into this war. But I hope it ends very shortly. I hope it does. And the Michael Garza show, what we're trying to do, we are trying to get to 10,000 subs. And covering this stuff, it does help us, helps the channel grow. But at what cost to my soul, I guess, is the question that I'm asking. At what cost to my soul? I thought about taking a little bit of a break from YouTube and just doing DoorDash or something. You know what I mean? Because when I watch this stuff, I will say when I researched Epstein and stuff like that, that was pretty haunting. But it felt like I was reviewing history and not something that's happening now. I think when it's something that is happening now, it causes certain levels of anxiety more than something that has happened already. When I was going over the Epstein stuff, I was mortified for sure, but I wasn't filled with anxiety, I'll admit this could be the source of some of my anxiety. That's why I'm considering taking a couple of days away from YouTube, actually, but at the same time, I can't really quit anytime soon. I may take breaks here and there, though. I may start just, doing delivery stuff, and it is taxing on the soul. Yeah, anything that involves war or, people blowing each other up, man, I appreciate. Hey, Mr. Frog Eat Frog. I gotta say, man, I appreciate your wisdom. Because some of this stuff, man, it's what about a couple afternoons with some church people helping other church people? I mean, that sounds kind of cool. That actually sounds pretty dope, actually. But yeah, I'll admit, covering this stuff is... I understand why we're doing it. It just doesn't make me like it anymore, you know? I would prefer that this war be done and over with. Frog Eat Frog is saying we could be seeing the end very soon. Hopefully, when you say the end, hopefully you just mean the end of the war, but not the end of civilization as we know it. But I'm trying not to be too pessimistic or anything. Frog Eat Frog says, this summer I'm getting health and spirituality in check. Hell yeah, dude. I appreciate hearing that, Mr. Frog Eat Frog. You mean the end of it all? Got ya. And sometimes I think it's good to get the spirit right. I feel like I haven't... I feel like part of my soul has lately... I've been feeling a lot more depressed. I'll admit it, I've been feeling a lot more depressed lately. And it could be that watching all this news coverage of this stuff is really eating at me. I will admit, I don't know how news anchors do it. Day to day, you know, covering the news, covering all these stories, covering all the death and destruction. I don't know how people do it. And honestly, I got to admit, man, I and the people that are on the ground, and the news does feel like a psychological weapon sometimes. And you know, I was thinking I might start reacting to maybe some more financial videos and stuff like that, but at the same time, like, it sucks because covering this stuff is so rewarding, monetarily speaking. But spiritually speaking, yeah, I do need to start taking breaks here and there from it. Maybe, maybe during the day I could, I don't know. I got to figure out something, man. I will say talking about it with you guys, though, is really helping. And hopefully me talking about the problem that I'm having with all of it's helping somebody too, because maybe there's people out here who, in the chat, who are feeling exactly how I'm feeling. I don't necessarily think it's the end of times. I don't believe it's the end of times. But I do believe that human beings... I feel like our technology, the technology that we're developing, is making life easier and more difficult, if that makes sense. I feel like some of the technologies like AI, for example, it's creating more convenience for sure, but it is also pushing human beings in a different direction. And that's the way I see it. I don't know. Yeah, it would be fun to do some game streams. I was thinking about doing like a Final Fantasy 9 one. Final Fantasy 9 is one of my favorite video games. At least it's one of my favorite RPGs. I'm just seeing I'm seeing if Final Fantasy 9's on sale. Let me just take a look here. Final Fantasy. Well, I'm not seeing any discounts. I already have this game. I already have Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 8's only $11, $11.99. Damn, dude. Now Final Fantasy 8 remastered's $20. Where's Final Fantasy 9 at? Here it is. Yeah, Final Fantasy 9 is like $20.99. It is, by the way, Final Fantasy 9. It's tough. It's tough because a part of me wants to say that Final Fantasy 9 is even better than Final Fantasy 7, but that's very tough for me to say. Red Dead Redemption 2. I've actually never played I've never played the Red Dead Redemption games. I've watched people play a little bit. And or some ball streams. Oh, basketball streams. I could do a little bit of basketball streams sometime. That'd be kind of cool. Tim Smith. My boy, did you get my email, Mr. Tim? Whoa, wait, were you playing hockey? Tim, were you playing hockey, bro? Damn, dude. If you're feeling up to it, feel free to come on. Yeah. So the link that I sent you, via email, man. If you want to come on to the show, I'm doing StreamYard right now, dude. I only sent the email like about an hour ago, anyway. So we're doing StreamYard. So feel free to follow that link. Yeah, no rush, man. No rush. Hey, we got Tim Smith on tonight, you guys. It's been a while since we've had Tim on, and honestly, I think having Tim on is going to be a good spiritual thing for me right now. The one thing I love about Tim is, like I said, man, I kind of want to hear more about his ball hockey stuff. Hell yeah. But yeah, no, I'm excited to have Tim on tonight, man. This is great. Tim got back from ball hockey, final game of the year until September. So I'm assuming that ball hockey is kind of like, probably like, well, maybe they play on skates, maybe they play with feet. Oh, you know what? I bet they play on their feet instead of like skates. I'm going to look up what ball hockey is because I don't know shit about ball hockey. What is ball hockey? Ball hockey is a fast-paced, accessible team sport playing on foot on a non-ice surface, like concrete tennis using hey, dude, that sounds badass. Oh, Annie, you don't have to stay up too late. We're just chilling here. Give me a few seconds. I'm going to take a whiz before Tim gets on. All right, so we got. Oh. So it's exciting, man. Exciting times on the Michael Garza show. Oh, it's okay, Annie. If you pass out, you pass out. It's cool that you're watching the stream, though, man. We love having you on. But yeah, so we're gonna probably go until midnight Pacific Standard Time. By the way, once it hits about midnight, though, I'm gonna go to bed. Oh shit! Got Tim Smith on. Hold on, we're adding you to the stage, bud. Tim.
Woo.
Dude, you got the whole setup.
Yes, my new office.
Dude, that's insane. Holy crap, this is badass.
Yeah, a little Pac-Man, a little Fast and Furious.
Dude. So I actually looked up what ball hockey is because I didn't know much about it. So that sounds cool, dude. So ball hockey basically is you're playing on foot. You're playing with like, not a puck, but an orange ball or something like that, or some sort of ball.
Yeah, we had orange ball.
Hell yeah. And then you're playing with sticks. And the rules are pretty much still hockey rules for the most part. It sounds like. How close to it is hockey? How close is it to hockey rules?
Pretty close. I mean, there's no body checking. There's no real referee. You just sort of police yourself kind of thing. It's like, it's like if you just play basketball.
Yep.
Like you play different.
Pickup ball. Yep. Oh yeah, dude. I love playing pickup basketball. For instance, the same thing. Everybody kind of calls their own fouls. People try to play respectfully and stuff. So I get that. That's badass.
Yeah, it's just by Parks and Rec, so it's like $40. Yeah, like I don't know, 20 sessions or something. But I hadn't played those since 2019. That was the last time. I didn't have the stick anymore, and before that, I was playing ice hockey, but I haven't been doing that. So, but tonight was the last night till September. So,
got ya.
But yeah, just get some exercise, and then I got a Lucky Beer. Do you guys have Lucky Beer where you are?
I don't think I've ever seen Lucky Beer, but I could be wrong. Tylord, my boy Tylord's in the chat. He may know about Lucky Beer more than I do, but no, I haven't seen I haven't seen it all. But Frog is saying ball hockey and tummy sticks sound like more fun than they actually are. Oh God, tummy sticks.
I don't know. Is that a rave thing? Are those things that light up at raves that you wave around?
I think tummy sticks is is like some homoerotic stuff. No, I love Frogman. He brings a lot of interesting elements to this. So I got to ask you, man, with some of this Iranian coverage and stuff, some of this war coverage, is it just me or like I don't know what it is. I think it's psychologically kind of fucking me over a little bit.
Well, I made about 20. I pulled out of Iran jokes, and YouTube blocked them all for the last 2 days. You never got a single one.
Oh, seriously?
I was like, I pulled out of Iran, and I blew a load all over Iraq. I was making jokes left and right, and YouTube blocked them all, so you never saw any in the comments. But Well, I thought it was funny. I'm surprised Trump hasn't made that joke yet. But, but yeah, I don't know. The Iran, I don't know. It's good. See, what it is he's it's just a war against the left, and Trump legally can't bomb like Brooklyn or Columbia University, but you can attack, like you can try and change Cuba back to what it was, or Iran or Venezuela, because those are good places in like the 20s, 30s, 40s, like, and then even Iran in the 70s. And then, but they were kind of like all the Cuban Revolution, Iranian, they were all kind of like funded and aided by the American left. So it's really about a domestic policy. It doesn't really have as much to do with those places as it does U.S., left versus right. So, but I'm for it. It's just like blow it up. And, but I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. Like the Iranian people, they need to take over, but they don't have any guns. They don't got anything. All that got taken. So I don't know. I guess they're just supposed to like UFC some people, like some chokeholds. I don't know, throw rocks. I don't know what they're supposed to do. But Iran's running out of stuff. They're running out of ships and missiles and everything. And they'll probably fight till the end because they got nothing to lose. Like, it's over for them anyway. If they were smart, they would have, if they were smart, the people, like the regime people left would have just surrendered and been like, okay, give us, because I think like the daughter of like the Ayatollah or something like that lives in like a $50 million mansion in England or something like that. Like, because of the oil, they're all like really wealthy. But what they should have done is just quit and be like, fine, we'll be rich, we'll live in England or wherever our property is. But instead, they just started unleashing missiles on like everywhere else, like Lebanon and like what's the other one, UAE and all these places. So
they're straight up creating enemies everywhere. And I think the reason, I'm going to say this though, I think the reason the war's kind of screwing me over psychologically speaking is, first off, I understand why the U.S. is doing this. Completely understand why the U.S. is doing this. I just, even if I think the war is justified, for some reason, psychologically, anytime wars happen, man, it just kind of messes me up the more I look into it. And maybe I might be a little weak psychologically, who knows, but I don't know what it is. I just,
but when you compare this to like Iraq, Afghanistan, Vietnam, like stuff like that, where it didn't end well, it was a huge money pit. And after it's over, you're like, we wasted like $1 trillion, and what do we get for it? You got nothing really in Iraq. You got nothing really in Afghanistan. You got nothing really in Vietnam. And it's just like, but this one's different. Like something like Iran or Cuba, where they were like great places up until the communist revolutions. Like people vacation there. Like Iran in the 70s was like, people were like going to discos. They had computers. They had like computer labs everywhere. And then what happened is the communists teamed up with Islam. And then as soon as they took over, the Islamic fundamentalists killed all the communists and said, okay, now it's just us. We never liked you. We're just using it. Which is what England has. Their Green Party now is basically an Islamic party, and mixed with a few like environmental people. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it's the same thing. It's like really weird, but so I don't know. We'll see what happens. The Canada Green Party is run by this like alcoholic, like older woman from like Vermont or something. She's not from Canada, and she gets completely hammered and gives like crazy speeches. But like she doesn't even know. Like she hates Israel, but now she just gave a speech because Muslims in Canada, I guess, shot up some synagogues and like some Jewish schools and stuff in Toronto, and she like now wants to stop that. But she's like hammered all the time. She doesn't even know what she's saying. And they're like, they have like no seat. I think they have one seat. She's like their only member now. And
so fucking funny, dude. Oh my
God.
Lucky
Beer. It started, I think, in the 30s. Like sometimes you'll see it in old movies and stuff. But it was kind of a West Coast thing. I'm from Vancouver Island. This is what it even says on the box, like something about Vancouver Island. But I think it's actually made somewhere else now. But I think it was originally made in San Francisco. And you'd see it up and down the West Coast, like Washington, Oregon, California. So, but now I think it's just like in Western Canada, like the only place you can still get it. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not so spectacular. Like if you're into craft beers, you wouldn't like this that much. It's kind of just a standard beer, but it's kind of throwing. And then I bought so much Land Shark. I got the Land Shark surfboard slap koozie. So your hand doesn't get cold. You put that on your beer.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Holy crap.
And I think Land Shark's another Canadian beer, but it's really good. So, but I'm looking on eBay because now I've got I'll send you some pictures of my new party zone. But I got like all my artwork up. But I want like a Land Shark sign, and maybe a Lucky sign or something. But yeah, that's what's going on in Iran. I don't know. Just keep bombing them. I don't know. I mean, you got to get rid of. See, this military equipment expires. Like, you have to use it at a certain point. And they sent a lot to Ukraine already. And I think they used that there at the beginning of the war. But you got to keep making it. It's like a liquid thing in the economy. You got to blow them up. You got to keep making it.
My boy Ty Lord is asking, yo, was that Lucky Beer? And the answer to that is yes. Ty Lord, I do you know Lucky Beer? Have you ever had it before, bud?
See, this is all my family would ever buy growing up because it was the cheapest one, and it still is the cheapest beer. But it's actually, I used to hate it for that reason because I knew my family only bought it because it was the cheapest. So I never drank it, and then later I then I rediscovered it. I'm like, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, some of the cheaper beers are pretty good. I don't remember Lucky Beer. I don't know why. Ty Lord, do they still sell it in the U.S., Ty Lord? When was, I don't know. I'm assuming that Ty Lord has seen it. I call him Ty Lord. His real name's Tyler. But it's pretty damn good. It's up your alley, I'm sure, is what my boy is saying. Huh. I'll have to, next time I'm in one of the convenience stores, I'm going to have to look for Lucky Beer.
See, right here it says, yes, Lucky is sold in the USA primarily as a regional brand in the Western United States.
Okay.
With the rights are held in the US by Pabst Brewing Company.
Oh, PBR.
It was revived in 2019 and is brewed at the 21st Amendment Brewery in San Leandro, California. It is most common in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Got ya. Okay, well, next time I'm out and about, dude, I need to look for some Lucky Beer. I want to take a closer look at some of the shelves and see if, like, I don't know if the convenience stores around here will have them, but maybe they will, actually. I'll have to probably call around and see, like, hey, do you guys got Lucky Beer? And they're going to be like, fuck you.
Yeah, see, right now, the Canadian one is brewed in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. That's the next province over. But yeah, it's particularly popular in Vancouver, where I'm from. It originated in San Francisco in 1934. So if you want to know, like, if you see an old movie or something, and from the 30s, you want to know what beer tasted like, this is what it would be. It basically tastes like this.
Old school, man. I love it, dude.
Yeah, so what's going on. But yeah, you've been getting some big numbers lately.
Yeah.
8.78. Like you've had a few, even this last week, 9,000, 6,000, 13, 9, 15, 11. You've had some big ones.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, it's crazy. I've been getting more subscribers too, which is wild. I'm at where are we at currently? I had the numbers up. 8,787 subs. So we're getting closer every day to 10,000 subs. I'm really pushing as hard as I can to get to that number, but you know, it's gonna take a little bit of time. I've been averaging about 700 new subscribers to 800 new subscribers per month, roughly. But if I keep making more live streams and make more short videos, I think I'm going to try to double up on some of the short videos too. I might be able to hit 10,000. And honestly, I'm just grateful that anybody wants to subscribe to this fucking show.
Yeah, it says like you only 3 to 6% of YouTube channels have 10,000 subscribers.
3 to 6%?
That's it. So that would put you in the top 3 to 6%.
Dude.
And you probably get a plaque at 10,000. Don't they send you one of those plaques?
I think they only send it for 100,000 and up. So I was looking into that a little bit. So 10,000 though, it puts you into some, yeah, that's a rare feat right there, because it's tough to get even, dude, it's tough to even get 1,000 subscribers when you're starting out on YouTube, unless you're a girl. If you're like a girl or something like that, and you want to be a titty streamer or something, you know, titty streamers make a lot of money, and not a lot of money, but they get a lot of subscribers, I should say, a lot faster. So I mean, when you're a dude on YouTube, I mean, you really have to like. I mean, I don't have a good rack, but you know.
Well, what's funny about that is like I watch a lot of those reactor videos. I'm trying to watch less, but I watch like the music or the movies or whatever, the politics ones, the comedy ones. But there's been a few couples lately who have separated and broke up, and like they live in separate places. But in all the cases, and one of them is just I think the woman just got busy with kids or something, so she doesn't do it anymore. But in every case, the guys continued on under the same channel, but his views have gone. Their views have gone from like sometimes tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands down to just hundreds for views.
Yeah.
And then she started her own channel, and she's getting in the thousands for just reacting to stuff. But that's happened a few times lately. So yeah, the girls get more if you're like a reactor or something. But there are guys reactors who still get like huge hits on stuff, like hundreds of thousands stuff. So, but yeah, it says only 8.86% of YouTube channels have over 1,000. That's it. That's only 8%. So yeah, you're going to be in the top 3 to 6.
That's wild because just the simple fact of me getting 10,000, it puts me in some rare. I wouldn't say rare, but it puts me into the high echelon, man. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. I've worked my ass off trying to get this thing as big as it is, and I'm just grateful, man. I'm honestly grateful for you, for example, for just anytime you want to hang out on the show. I love it. It's just fun. I do the show mainly because I actually, even though as much as I want to make money on YouTube, I do the show primarily because I don't know. I like the feeling of the community, I love the chat. I love the people who come into the chat, even the spammers. I love the spammers. I love I love the crazy people. I love the not so crazy people, I don't know. I just love it. I love I love the live environment because anything can happen in the chat, and sometimes the chat can steer the direction of the show, and that makes it more fun. Because I let them sometimes take the wheel. I let the chat take the wheel sometimes, and like sometimes when you come on, for example, in the chat, you'll like tell me to react to like Conan O'Brien, for example, like last night. And that was amazing. That was awesome. Watching Conan do Atari, freaking play Atari games was amazing. Anyway, I'm talking way too much, man. But I just want to say, thank you, man, for being just a part of all this.
Yeah, I remember I was talking to my coworker who came on that time, Lasagna or whatever.
Oh yeah,
he's like, he remembers when you had like a few. Maybe like 100 subscribers. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I remember when you just had a few hundred, I think.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I at one point, I think when I had Lasagna on, I think I only had like maybe 1,000 or roughly 1,000. And I don't think I had that much.
Yeah, that guy doesn't come on much. I don't know what that guy does. He travels a bit. We're going through a shakeup. I think I still have a job though. But they have to cut like $500 million from the department I work for.
Jeez.
So a lot of people are getting laid off, and I guess it's not that many. Like there's tens of thousands of people probably in this department, and I think they said they got to cut like 500 million, but I think they're only cutting maybe 300 jobs or something. But anyway, I think I'm still here. I think if they just had people retire who are already in their 60s, that's probably enough. But it was a big deal this week because there's a big like broadcast meeting and all this stuff. And then if you get a meeting invite, then they're going to tell you that you're laid off. But I think the process takes 8 months or something. So I don't know. But everyone was talking about that. So, but I don't know. That guy's sort of traveling and I don't know, buying stocks. I don't know what his plans are. I think he may leave Vancouver after, but yeah, Canada. What was I going to say? I don't know. Let's say something, but let's see. Canada's got that medical assistance in dying where they made you. Do you hear about that?
Where they do what?
Yeah, they do like euthanasia in Canada. Like it was supposed to be if you're just like in so much pain you can't take it anymore, they'll euthanize you. Like if you're 83 and in pain, then you can request it. But now there's just like hundreds of thousands of people that are doing it too, and we're now euthanizing more people than like animals are being like put down at shelters, like stray animals and stuff. So.
Why is that not big news? What the hell?
I don't know. Canadians have gone cuckoo. They've gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
That should be big news. Why is that not bigger news? And now, are these people requesting to be killed?
Yeah, but there's been a few cases where someone requests it and then changes their mind, but it's like too late or something. And it's like I don't know how that works. There's been some shady stories about they're like, oh, I don't actually now I don't want it anymore. But I think it's too late. So
I think if you're a healthy person or you're not like dying, you're not terminally ill by any means. Like I can understand if somebody's terminally ill and they're just like, please take me out of my misery, just do it. I get that. But if somebody's really, really depressed and just doesn't want to live anymore, I totally get that too. But at the same time, man, it's just like,
yeah, like someone made a joke like they're gonna start doing it for people with seasonal depression and stuff.
Yeah,
but it's really crazy. But yeah, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I heard from Gavin McInnes today. He like wrote me.
He wrote you?
Yeah, because I'd sent him a link to a like Billy Corgan's podcast. He interviewed Melissa Oftemauer in Hole and Pumpkins and stuff, and he knew her back when he was in Montreal back in like the 90s, and he knew her back then. And then she was telling some stories from that time. So I sent him the podcast, and then he wrote me back asking me for a timestamp and when she starts telling the Montreal stories. So I sent him that. But it was funny because usually he doesn't write back. I just send stuff to his mailbag. But we'll see if he mentions it on maybe like, let's see, today's Tuesday, Friday. He might mention on the Friday show. Because Thursday's the cop show where it's him and cops and they watch police videos. But
yeah. Dude, that's insane. I love it.
Yeah, that lasagna guy went to Gavin's high school, but I think Gavin graduated like the year lasagna went there, like just started, so they didn't really know each other. But
got you.
But yeah, I'm still subscribed to Censored. They used to have way more shows, like a lot of different shows, but they've slowly cut down. They've only got like a few shows now. But I think because they changed, like Gavin was just doling out checks to people before, and even if he didn't get a lot of views, like he was just trying to build the network up or whatever. And then he changed it to, I think it's based on like views or something, or if someone uses your subscription code to get like the 15% discount, then you get paid based on that. You get more money or something. So that's what he's doing. But yeah, I used to have that Australian guy, Dusty Bogan. He used to have Lily came back. She went to YouTube and then got demonetized.
Yeah.
Who knows what? Then she went back to censor. So. But now she's still posting on YouTube, but she doesn't make as much there. But yeah, what's going on? I just at work. This is my new place. I moved like 2 weeks ago, and I'm not even fully unpacked yet. I still gotta I hate the curtains that came with this place. They're just sort of gray and pointless. So I've been buying curtains off Amazon. My first set of curtains arrived today, and they're up in my other room. I ordered another set for the other window. Then I've got this window. But see, this is my 80s, 90s room. Like, it's hard to tell, but there's all kinds of like 80s, 90s artwork and stuff. So I'm looking for 80s, 90s curtains for this room. So there's like some designs on Amazon and stuff.
Dude, I dig it. I
got my Sega and Atari set up over there. This is my work from home space too. And then I've got like a lot of pumpkins posters and artwork that are kind of hard to see, but
it's all good. It's all good.
Okay, let's see what the chat's got to say. You should do a donut eating contest.
Christian Medwig.
Annie called me hun, and then Tish Lee said fun. So we're just rhyming stuff. Annie says it's a political party here in Canada. Hey Annie, shout out to Canada. I'm on the West Coast in BC. Annie, where are you?
I think she said she's in Toronto.
Okay, I was there last year for the first time. I hit the Descendant Pizza. That's where Dave Portnoy went and got the Detroit style pizza. And then I went to some brewery. I went to the Hockey Hall of Fame. I went to a few other places, and I went and saw the Billy Corgan concert at this place called History. But we'll see what they say. Yeah, so what's going on, Oregon? What's going on in Coos Bay?
Well, honestly, I don't know. Coos Bay feels like it's getting a little weird lately. It's getting weird.
You know where Bunker Hill is?
Oh yeah, it's funny because I went to that elementary school as a kid, Bunker Hill Elementary.
A man was arrested early Tuesday morning after authorities investigated a potential hit and run at the Bunker Hill 7-Eleven.
Oh,
he hit a pedestrian.
I used to live. He hit a pedestrian. Oh shit!
Yeah, in the parking lot. Oh, his name is. What do you think his name is?
Ooh.
Wait, is this the same person? Wait a minute. Coos County Sheriff's Department responded. Both involved parties from the incident were transported to the hospital. Okay, so the guy in the car and the person they hit. But apparently the guy's name is Quintravious.
Quintravious
Flowers was arrested for menacing, domestic, and assault. Flowers additionally charged with resisting arrest and outstanding warrant. That's apparently hit him. He's in the Coos County Jail.
Damn, man.
Animal pit bull left in car. Coos Bay woman detained. That's a problem where I am too. We have so many pit bulls in this town.
Yeah.
And it's like I had one. Did I tell you the time a pit bull stalked me for like a block? It got loose from someone's yard.
For a whole block? Jeez.
Yeah. I'm like I'm walking home with groceries and a pit bull that's like a block away sees me and just starts strolling towards me. And it gets up to me and it's sniffing my groceries and just loose. There's no one else around, just me and some random pit bull. And then I see some people running after it. They're like, "Hey, that's our dog. He's not going to bite you." I'm like, "Yeah." I was just I was sort of froze. I would have given it something. I didn't have like pepperoni or whatever. I didn't really have anything to give it. I just had like raw meat. So anyway, they came and got it, but it was just like, there's a lot of pit bulls in this town.
Yeah. No, pit bulls are pretty cool, man. If they're not trained or if they're like kind of wild pit bulls, then they can be dangerous. But if they're pretty domesticated, though, I mean, pit bulls are the best as long as they're not like wild and ravenous.
But my problem is whenever they like maul someone, they always say the same thing. It's never done this before. So it's just like, I don't know. I'll let someone else have pit bulls.
Sometimes it can be it could be the owner's fault. Like a lot of the times I think it can be the owner's fault. Sometimes owners will abuse their dogs and if a dog has enough abuse history of being abused and stuff, and also sometimes pit bulls just have that innate instinct. I mean, they're part wolf. That's the thing about dogs, man. They do have that partial wolf instinct. And I don't know. Yeah. But for the most part, though, I do love pit bulls. I wrestle with pit bulls sometimes. My buddy has a pit bull husky mix, and I'll tell you what, it's fun to wrestle with dogs. Dogs are fun to wrestle with, especially big ones. Because man, sometimes they'll those pit bulls when they ram you with their head, man. Take your breath out. Take your breath out, man. It's fun to wrestle those dogs, though.
Yeah, the place I was living before, my landlord, her daughter brought over this giant bulldog. It was like the biggest bulldog I've ever seen. And it was like her ex-boyfriend's, but she was supposed to look after it for the day, but then she had us look after it. But it was like, it had like I took it for a walk. It had like this full body harness that you put on it with like a rope attached to it that was like a rope you would use on like a fishing boat or like for bull riding or something. It was like this thick rope that you had to like wrap around your hand to control the bulldog. Like it wasn't very fast, but it didn't know how big it was. It was trying to jump up on tables. Anyway, it was enormous and it was scaring the Chihuahua. The Chihuahua was hiding under a chair because it was scared of the pit. It was like a bulldog. Anyway, I finally just started rubbing its belly until it like passed out. It went on the ground and just fell asleep. But the thing was so huge, like you couldn't even like control it. I don't know how much this thing weighed. Like sometimes you'll see this was like a giant bulldog.
That's wild, man. That's a big boy.
Yeah, so I was gonna say about YouTube. Oh yeah, I mailed some YouTube reactor a shirt I found in the thrift store. She does like horror movie reactions, but she watched the whole Twin Peaks series. And I'd found a Twin Peaks shirt in a thrift store like a few years ago, but it never fit me. It said it was extra large, but I think it's like a women's extra large or kids or something. But I thought it would fit her, so I mailed it to her. She's here in Canada too, on the other coast. But this sounds funny because normally, like, they all got PO boxes, all these reactors, but I've never sent anything before. They didn't have anything to send. Most people just send them like DVDs and stuff. I'm like, oh, this would be cool. I have this shirt I can't wear. I've been sitting in my closet for years. It'll fit her. Why don't I send her that? So. But yeah, you should get one of those PO boxes. See if people send you stuff. Like, they usually just send it to reactors. Like, if you have a theme, like if you listen to music, maybe they'll send you, like, I don't know, something. But just tell them, yeah, you start a PO box, have them send you, see what they get. Like, Gavin's got one, but he doesn't get a lot of stuff. People don't send him a ton of stuff.
It would be kind of cool, actually. I would say that, like, one thing I probably could share is I could probably start sharing my Venmo on my channel, and then people could, like, send me dollars that they specifically want me to use the dollars for. So, for example, like, somebody will send me $20 for me to go, I don't know, buy a Big Mac and do a review of a Big Mac or something, right? Something like that, you know what I mean? Like, just setting up Venmo to where people can, you know, directly give me money, and then they could be like, hey, I'm going to pay you $10 to react to a Big Mac and give me a shout out or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just go over to McDonald's, buy the Big Mac, and then do a review on it or something. But that'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I don't know how comfortable I am setting up a PO box to have people send shit to me. Like,
I don't know how much it's gonna cost. That can be like $50 a month. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've never actually had a PO box before, so I don't even know what goes into that.
This guy, Tiny Lion Gaming, wants to know what's going on with my hair. I just got a haircut not long ago. It's not that bad. And then Sweet Arcade Machines, though. He likes that. My golden key is in my other room.
Oh, shit.
It's more of like a group thing. Like, you can play bowling, shuffleboard. So I keep it out in the party room. This is kind of the office.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these are more just like individual games. But yeah, Annie says pit bulls are technically illegal here in Toronto. Annie, I was in Leslieville. You know Leslieville? That's the hipster neighborhood in Toronto. And it's nice. Sometimes there's a stabbing or a shooting, but whatever. But I don't really go that. But yeah, that's Toronto. So yeah, the big debate now in Canada is there's this guy. He was like an Indian migrant, and he was like a truck driver, and he crashed. He was like not watching where he was going. He ran a stop sign, and it was like in the prairies, which is all just flat and like farms. It's like like Nebraska. And he just like, he pulls out and he hits a bus load of hockey players, like junior hockey players, and smashes in. He killed like 16 people in this bus. And a bunch of those people. This was like a few years ago. So he goes to jail for that. And he's in there for like a few years, but now he's out. But like, as part of his sentence, he's supposed to be deported. But he doesn't want to leave. He keeps appealing the deportation. And now people are like trying to get him out, and he doesn't want to leave. So that's like what's going on here right now. But
damn, man. Damn.
Yeah, that's crazy. But what's going on with this? What's going on with your man Tucker? Tucker's snapped and lost it or something?
Tucker is just like, well, Tucker has become so anti-Israel that like anytime the U.S. does anything with Israel, Tucker's pissed off about it. Like, he's just like, especially with this whole Iran deal. I've been watching a couple videos of Tucker, and he's just like saying that the Iran war is bad. It's honestly, here's the thing. I think a weakened Iran is actually a good Iran. If I'm going to be honest, I think a weak Iran is a good Iran.
Yeah,
it's better for the Middle East because Iran was the #1 state sponsor of terror. I don't know why Tucker's so. I understand being against war. If you want to be against war, totally get it. But like, I'm just surprised that Tucker doesn't seem to understand that this may not be such a bad idea.
What's funny about Tucker is like, he's talking about Israel about stuff like it's one of the ugliest countries I've ever seen. It's like all the buildings are ugly. It's like, it's just funny because that has nothing to do with like even any of the points he's trying to make. It's just that he's like, he doesn't like it.
Yeah,
it's just so funny. But I don't know. They say he's funded by Qatar, but now that he's messed up because Iran attacked Qatar in there when they threw that tantrum. So I don't know. It's just a weird thing to fixate on. See, the problem with all the Jewish stuff is like someone will point out to you. They'll be like, "Hey, look what this Jew said. Isn't that horrible? Don't you disagree with that?" I'm like, sure, but here's 10 people who aren't Jewish who just said the same thing. And then it works the other way too. It's like, look what this guy said. Don't you agree with that? Yeah, but there's like 6 Jews who said the same thing. Like, it's just, they want to pull it apart. Like, well, Jews are like Nick Fuentes is like that. He's like, yeah, but even the Jews I agree with, they're secretly trying to manipulate me and stuff. It's like, I don't know, maybe, but it's just like Jews don't really have a secret network where they're trying to like manipulate you like that. Like, yeah, there's some power, like that Epstein thing that came out. Like, there were people in the Epstein files who were like, yeah, Jewish people are, they're basically saying they're Jewish supremacists kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's like 4 people on Epstein Island, like who didn't really have a lot of power. They were just spouting off kind of thing. So.
Yeah, and I think that people with the whole Jewish thing, it's like, I just personally believe that, and just based on my analysis, I don't think that everybody's acting like the Jewish people have like this crazy power over the world, and they don't. They don't. I mean, they have some influence, sure, but like it's really just in Hollywood. It feels like, and that's about it. Like, it's not like there's these weird conspiracy theories about Jewish people, and like, I mean, if people want to have those conspiracies, go for it. It doesn't really bother me, but like, I don't get it. I think we're just giving too much power to one group of people for no reason.
Well, Gavin's point is that Jews aren't a monolith. Like, there's some different opinions from different people. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, but like someone like Tucker seems to have snapped. He's just like, he's going off on it.
Tucker's lost it, dude.
The part I get about he's funded by Qatar, okay, maybe, but isn't he already rich? Like, how much could they fund him? Yeah. He doesn't spend a lot of money. He just hangs out with his family. He goes fishing. Like, he needs money extra for that. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, so I think Tucker's well off, dude. I think he's probably well invested. He's probably, I think he just does the show that he does for the hell of it. But yeah, when this war in Iran happened, he just like suddenly went off the deep end and just said like, oh, Israel is the Mossad and all this shit. And I don't know.
But look what happens with money. Like, that Epstein security footage that's missing in the security guard. Like, she apparently got some transfers for like $6,000 and stuff like that. Like, she was the one who was like not paying attention when they either got him out of the jail, mm-hmm. or someone killed him. No one really knows what happened. I think he's probably alive in Israel. That's what I probably think. But the thing is like they paid her like $6,000 or something. Mm-hmm. Like, if I'm a security guard, like, you're gonna need to pay me more than $6,000. I'd need like $6 million, or something. And like, but that's what I mean. Like, people start offering. You don't have to offer that much money apparently to get people to do what you want them to do.
So. Well, here's the thing. Like, and I'm still interested in the whole Epstein replacement theory, because I think some of those jails that are set up for like really mega rich people and stuff like that, I think that they're fake prisons. I think that they're fake prisons that the government has set up to where there are tons of back doors and ways to get out of different rooms, like trap doors and shit. So I could see there being a way for Epstein to be replaced. Well, I could see that, man.
Here's the thing, like,
I don't know.
Gavin's friend Maddie was in that prison. He was in there because he was a Hell's Angel. He was in there for like 2 years or whatever. And Maddie said, if Epstein was supposed to be on suicide watch, first of all, that wasn't a suicide watch cell he was in. A suicide watch cell has nothing in it. It's just like one slab that you can lay on. There's no blankets. There's no pillows. There's nothing you can choke yourself with, strangle yourself with. And the gown he had on wasn't a suicide watch gown. A suicide watch gown is made out of some weird material that you can't tear and form into like a rope or something to tie and hang yourself. So he's supposedly on suicide watch, apart from the fact that they weren't checking in on him every 20 minutes or whatever they were supposed to do. But yeah, if you're supposedly on suicide watch, none of that makes sense.
Yeah.
And now there's footage missing from the thing, so they probably got him out of there. But it's just, but the other thing, the weird thing about Epstein to me is like he went to jail already, like for all kinds of like underage sex trafficking and stuff like that. But in that Steve Bannon thing, and whenever he's asked about it, because like Steve Bannon's like, have you always been attracted to underage girls or something? And he looks at Bannon like he's crazy. He's like, why would you ask that? Like, what a weird question. Like, give me a break. Next question. Like, there's something weird about it where it's almost like it was never real. Like, maybe it was all like Epstein was just trying to blackmail all these other people. But maybe he himself was never really involved in that, even though he was convicted of it.
Yeah.
But like the one Guthrie or whatever, the Savannah Guthrie who like died in like a car accident, which was shady like a year ago. But one of the main witnesses against him was like the FBI had taken her testimony like years ago, but said it was so ridiculous and unreliable they never used it.
Yeah.
So, but there's something about the Epstein thing where I think he was blackmailing people, but what he himself, like all the stuff on the island with the temple and all this other stuff and like a lot of the weirdness, it just seems kind of fake. Like it's almost like it was meant to be what it is, which is to just like spook people and seem kind of scary and can be used in like, if you were going to blackmail, like why not make it as spooky as possible? But, you know, there's a chance that he himself wasn't actually involved. Like himself directly. I think he was just setting people up. His whole thing was setting people up. Like even Ghislaine Maxwell seemed kind of surprised by it all. Like, why am I in jail? She seemed confused by it. So I think, I don't know, something about the blackmail, like, I don't know, but they themselves, it's tough to say because some of the witnesses said, yeah, Maxwell did this to me, Epstein did that to me, but who knows, you know? Like people get accused of stuff all the time. Like, look at that Johnny Depp trial.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something shady there where I don't think Epstein, I think he was just setting everything up. He was trying to blackmail people and he had all these tapes and videos, which have still never come out. So who knows, you know.
Blowing my mind, man. You're blowing my mind on this shit, dude. That's something that's interesting about the whole. Oh, go ahead.
I'm not convinced he was an actual sexual predator. There's still no direct evidence of that. You know, that I've seen. It's all based on testimony and shady stuff. But he did seem to be trafficking people to blackmail all these other people. That's what I think it was.
That's a good point.
Which is still illegal. You can't traffic people. And I think some people were underage.
I think he was a bit of a PDF file, as the kids would say. But
he may have been.
I think he was totally. But here's the thing. I don't think he was. I think he was like, oh, how do you say it? Like, I think he was on the side into young people, but I think primarily, I think he got his rocks off to just blackmailing people. I think that's how he got his rocks off.
Well, the thing is, if you're working for Israeli intelligence, like I think he was, and they're giving you, he had so much money. No one knows where his money came from. It was like hundreds of millions of dollars. He had all these properties all over the world and mansions and penthouses. Why would you jeopardize it with being a sexual predator when you're living some life where you never have to work? You don't even really do much. You just go around meeting people and setting them up with women. It just seems a weird thing to throw it all away. But
Tiny Lion Gaming is saying something interesting, saying there's grainy video of Epstein torturing kids. Oof.
Well, that's the thing in the Epstein file. There's all those things are referenced, you know, and they'll show like an email that supposedly has a link, but no one's actually, you know, directly come out and said, yeah, we have that link. It's true. We've got the file. They may have it. We don't know, but we don't know if it'll ever come out. So. But, you know, but whatever. It's kind of a distraction. It's just like, I don't know how much I care about this story. Some rich people had prostitutes. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Like, if there's other stuff, like, remember I was saying that island? Like, you know, why would you do it on an island where you have a 360-degree view around you? Everyone can see what you're doing. You know, you can only be inside for so much on the island. If you're trafficking people, someone's going to hear it. Someone's going to see it. You know, but that ranch, though, in New Mexico, that's a different thing. Because out there, there's no one can really see you. Like right now, I think they're digging it up. They're looking for bodies that are supposedly there that were like buried and stuff.
Oof.
And there was something else with that ranch too. Oh yeah, I remember the Stanley Kubrick movie Lolita from 1962, which is kind of about that. It's like the guy becomes obsessed with like this girl. She's like in her early teens. I mean, the book was about, but the book's from France. Then the movie they wrote it for America. But like at the end, she gets trafficked by some Hollywood guy, and they go to a ranch in New Mexico.
Oh, jeez.
That's in the movie. And then she decides to she escapes there, but they basically trafficked her. They told her she was going to be a big movie star, and next thing you know, she's in some commune in New Mexico where it's like celebrities and rich people. But that's the movie from 60. That's the plot of Lolita. And I bet you anything that Epstein had seen that movie because it's a famous movie. His Kubrick movies are famous. Yeah. And if this all was just smoke and mirrors, just to like look spooky and set people up, of course you're going to do a ranch in New Mexico just like the movie, and then have all these supposed stuff about torture and like kids and So we still don't know what is or isn't real, but I don't know. I just thought that was funny because I hadn't seen Lolita in forever. I was going through some old movies. I have all the Kubrick movies on the Blu-ray, and then at the end she's like, "Yeah, we went down to this ranch in New Mexico." I'm like, "That's what happened to Epstein. He set up a ranch too." But they're investigating right now. Apparently, the new owners of the ranch are like cooperating with authorities and allowing them to like search and stuff. So.
That's good, man. Because honestly, I think the owners of the ranch are probably thinking, "Oh shit, the person that we bought this from was a total pedo." And also killed a bunch of people. So yeah, it's ugh. I mean, I don't know how I would react if I had a property and like I found out that like, oh, there was a guy who lived at this property who was killing people and burying them. It's like, what? I'd be like, yeah, please investigate as much as you can. This is gonna haunt me forever. That's crazy.
Yeah. Do you know where the Coquel Casino Resort is?
Oh yeah, so that's where the old mill. They used to call it the Mill Casino. The Coquel, it's basically a casino resort. It's for like the Coquel Indian tribe, Indian tribe, or Native American tribe, I should say.
Well, starting tomorrow until the 15th, it's the South Coast Clam Bake Music Festival.
From tomorrow?
Yeah, March 12th to the 15th. At the Coquel Casino Resort, Coos Bay, 35th annual festival. It's basically music, and I don't know, maybe they'll have clams.
Oh, they're having it starting on Thursday. That's weird. Usually they started on the weekend, but that's kind of cool. They're doing it from Thursday to
Sunday, maybe.
Sunday. That's not bad.
I don't know how much it
sounds kind of good.
Let's see what they got there. Here we go. Tickets. How much are tickets? I'm going to tell you right now. $119.22. That might get you.
To get in?
Yeah, that might get you to the 4 days, though. I don't know.
Oh, for the 4 days. Got ya. Interesting. Be kind of cool, though. Sounds like a cool little festival. I don't know if I feel like spending any money, though, to go.
Yeah, I think it's actually like, it's like $20 a day. Or it's $20 for like a certain time in the day or something.
Do I get free food with that ticket?
Probably not.
Yeah,
my town's got a folk fest every year where they have food trucks.
Oh, got you. Now, if I got like free clam chowder or something like that and shit, I'd be like, fuck yeah.
Oh, they probably got clam chowder, yeah.
I love clam chowder, dude. I'm all about that life.
Casino, 600 gaming machines. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear about the pumpkins. They haven't announced the tour yet. But as soon as they do, I gotta go to someplace I haven't been before. So it's got to be somewhere in the U.S. I'll let you know. Maybe I'll get you a ticket. Maybe they'll come to Oregon.
Yeah.
Like that time they went to like Bend, I should have gone to that. That might have been the year I went to Ottawa or Vegas or something. I think it was the year I went to Ottawa, but yeah, I probably should have gone to Bend. But I think I didn't have a passport yet though. That was my problem.
Oh, got yeah, that's right.
But now I got one, so I'm just waiting to hear. Then what? Maybe I'm going to do a Pumpkins USA road trip. But the thing is, there's all this BS in the Canadian media and actually the U.S. mainstream media. Oh, Canadians are boycotting U.S. because of Trump, and Vegas is down, and Florida's down, and this is down, and that's down. No, it's because we're broke, because the economy is tanked here. It's because no one can afford to go. It has nothing to do with Trump. It has nothing to do with They're like, oh, prices are too high in Vegas. I mean, not really. Yeah. They say that. It's like, I don't know. I was there. I had like $500 in my wallet. I never spent any of it the whole time I was there. I bought a few things. Like, I didn't have time. There's too much to look at. I barely had time to eat. I didn't have time to go to a $150 buffet. So it's like there's too much. It costs too much. If Vegas can cost too much, you can get $1,000 hotel room easy. You can get you can go to Peter Luger's and have a $600 lunch. Like, you can do all that stuff. But or you can also go to cheaper places and spend like $20.
Yeah.
So it's like, so I don't buy this. Oh, Vegas is so much money now. It's like it is if you want it to be.
It depends on where you're going in Vegas. I mean, there's a lot of things that you can get for pretty good prices, I'm assuming, in Vegas. Like,
well, if you go to Fremont Street, that's where you get like the dollar beers and like the hot dogs and all that.
Dollar beers, hell yeah.
And the music is free. They'll play like free. They just have cover bands 24 hours pretty much. So it's just a nonstop party with cheap stuff. But that's where a lot of like brawls happen. I was watching a live stream like a few months ago, and a brawl happened on the live stream. These people started fighting but that's where people don't have much money, who maybe get to do one vacation a year. They'll go there. You go to Fremont Street. It's fun. It's cheap. But so I mean, yeah. So there's nothing to do with that. It's just people here are broke. Like, yeah. Our debt is like $90 billion right now. Our national debt. 1/3 of that is just money we've sent to Ukraine in the last 10 years. A third of our debt is money.
Canadian debt?
Yeah. 1/3 of our debt is money that Justin Trudeau sent to Ukraine that we don't even have. We just printed it and sent it.
That's insane. Hold on. Yeah. Only 90 billion?
Yeah, I think it's like 90 billion. So it's like less than the US because we had good fiscal policy before Trudeau.
Dude, we have like the worst fiscal policy in America, dude. It is so bad. We're like $37 trillion in debt. Like, yeah, that is crazy. That blows my mind in so many ways. Like, this is one of the reasons why I don't save the dollar. Like, I'm afraid to, because I feel eventually the dollar's value is just going to go to total shit. I feel like, that's why I hold on to silver. I hold on to stocks. I hold on to anything I can, as long as it's not the dollar. I mean, I do hold on to cash. Don't get me wrong, but most of my assets are primarily in things that are like inflation proof and stuff like that. It's really the goal.
That's why I'm betting on one more run for Bitcoin. I think it'll hit maybe one more record high. After that, it gets shady. Like, I don't know what happens after that. But
when it comes to Bitcoin, I'm the eternal pessimist. But I mean, I hope it goes up for the sake of you and anybody. I mean, I got holdings in Bitcoin myself. Like I said, I got in
one more run. If it goes back to what it was a few months ago when it hit that record high, then I'll sell my covered call Bitcoin strategy ETF, and I'll put it in a more diversified ETF. Is basically it. It still has like a high yield, but
yeah.
But right now, I bought the dip this morning. I'm just, every time I get some money, I'm just loading this up, and then if it has one more run, if it gets back to where it was one more run, I can sell it for a big chunk of money, and then I'll put that in something else and I'll put that on a drip and let that compound. And then that's sort of trying to get to an early retirement, maybe like in the next 5 years kind of thing. So,
well, in Michael Saylor, I think he's going to make things worse, to be honest, but he's been buying up so much freaking Bitcoin. It's insane. And he's owning a lot of the supply. I mean, Michael Saylor's been, I think Michael Saylor's goal is to own all the Bitcoin he can, at least the majority of Bitcoin in general, so he can manipulate the price structure, in which, honestly, it's not a bad idea. But here's the thing, man. I mean, like...
Wait, just a second. They're asking in the chat, Tish wants to know what rent's like in Canada. Annie says, Tish, I pay $1,900 for a one-bedroom, but I've been here for a bit. Right now, the rent is $2,200 if you rent now. I think she's in Toronto. So it's like...
damn, dude.
Annie, I'm in a small town. I'm like an hour east of Vancouver. I I take the train into Vancouver, but I pay $1,400 a month for a 2-bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
So that's different than Toronto, which is like about $2,200, he said, for a 1-bedroom. So I pay $1,400 for a 2-bedroom, and then I pay basically electric. I got to pay renter's insurance. That's like $35 a month, and then I pay internet on top of that. So it's probably closer to $1,500, a month, but with the bills and everything. Let's see. I just sold a place with 12 acres, $1,650. Aaron lives in his mom's basement. So yeah, that's the thing. Rent is still high in Canada. It shouldn't be this much, but we just keep pouring in migration. It's a nightmare. So
yeah.
So I don't even know. Like, we're cutting all this stuff at work, and I'm just like, half a billion. That's how much we just send to random countries every year. So I don't really know. It's crazy. But yeah, you're talking about Bitcoin. I mean,
well, my thing with Bitcoin is, my take on it. No intrinsic value. It can go up on another bull run. Here's the thing. I think the reason it's going to go up on one more bull run is because there's going to be enough people like Adam Livingston on YouTube who are going to convince people that Bitcoin is going to save their financial existence, and that, hey, you should take some of your home equity and put it into Bitcoin. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just like there's going to be enough idiots like that convincing other fools to get into Bitcoin. And when people see the price of Bitcoin go up, naturally they all want to get in. That's an unfortunate gambler's mentality, but yeah, I mean, it could go up on another bull run. I mean, it's not impossible.
Well, my problem with the dip, like people panicking and freaking out, the reason I never sold my MSTE is because like the fundamentals from what it was at a record high in October haven't changed. It's exactly the same product it was a few months ago. So nothing's changed about the proof of work or the limited supply. So there was no reason to sell it at that point. It didn't get forked or whatever. It didn't get hacked by quantum computers. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
So it was just a market sentiment thing because others, some stuff happened. I think, Trump probably he's cutting spending through Doge. That hurts Bitcoin. There's a lot of factors. So I'm like, it's going to have another run. But, it's either going to, they say it's either going to 1 million or going to 0. That's sort of what people tell you.
Well,
and it could be true. I mean, it might
intrinsically, it deserves to go to 0 intrinsically, because the old formula, I go by anything with an intrinsic value of 0 eventually goes to 0. Now people say, wait a minute, but it's scarce, and there's the proof of work. People use their computers to mine this shit. Well, at the same time, Peter Schiff makes the argument that mining Bitcoin is a waste of resources because it's intrinsically worthless. And then, what was the other point I was trying to make? I'm like, don't get me wrong. I'm an eternal Bitcoin bear. I think it's a fascinating product. I really do. But as far as it goes, I mean, it's still worthless.
It's intrinsically worthless, but it was intrinsically worthless when it was 17,000, when it was 67, when it was 170. So it's never not been intrinsically worthless. So, but it was something intrinsically worthless got to 122,000 a unit. So
you can make the argument with NFTs.
Yeah.
NFTs went up to, some of them went up to all the, like, I think almost like $1 million or something like that. And then, like, all of a sudden, in a second, because they're worthless and they're really just digital collectibles, they all pretty much went to near 0 levels. I think the same thing is going to happen with Bitcoin. I consider Bitcoin a digital collectible. Mm-hmm. And it may be scarce, it may be rare, but, Beanie Babies, I make this argument all the time, that Beanie Babies are rare. But they're only worth like maybe $12 per Beanie Baby, you know what I mean? Even the rarest of the rare Beanie Babies are still not worth that much. So Bitcoin falls, in my opinion, into the collectibles category, and that's about.
Well, I'm in it purely for the Ponzi scheme aspect, which is the more people buy it, the higher the price goes. That's it.
The greater fool theory. Yep.
I don't really use Bitcoin. I don't really have a need to use it. There's nothing I need to buy that's only accepts Bitcoin. So it's like, and we don't know. There could be someone right now in a basement working on the same thing as Bitcoin, but it's easier to use. Maybe it's better. Maybe it's more limited. It has less than 21 million. We don't know.
Well, and here's the thing: Bitcoin
at any moment that could come out and just bring Bitcoin to zero.
Well, Well, here's the thing: Bitcoin has an infinite level of competition because the source code for Bitcoin is open source, which means that anybody can create their own version of Bitcoin, their own personal network, and that, in effect, directly competes with Bitcoin. So, because Bitcoin's Achilles heel is its open source.
Yeah, because software is just mathematics, and mathematics can't be patented because you can't invent mathematics. You can only discover it.
Yeah.
So anyone else can just come up with the same thing. So that's why it's a race against time. Will Bitcoin have one more run and I can get out and make like a profit and put into something else I want that's still high yield, but I made my chunk of money? Or will it go to zero? So that's why it's a huge gamble, basically.
And that's what it is gambling.
But the other thing is like, I could have a proper diversified portfolio right now and retire nicely and have like a bunch of money, like guaranteed almost, like in my 60s. But I thought about it. It's like, what the hell am I going to do in my 60s? I'm just going to be sitting around eating soup. I'm not going to be doing that much. Maybe I get 1 or 2 cruises in. Who knows? Even if I got kids or something like that, still, there's only so much you can do in your 60s. You're going to be tired. So I'm like, why not go for it and try and take a chance on this? Maybe you retire in your 40s.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, like right now I've got enough other stocks where they are compounding. So I can still have a nice retirement in my 60s. So I'm like, okay, if I've got that covered, why wouldn't you just go for it with like someone the other day described Bitcoin as, they described strategy and like the covered calls and all the options on it as not just the most volatile stock, they call it the most violent stock. It's the most violent stock.
It is. Oh my God.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gambling on. So, but I'm like, why wouldn't you just go for it? Like, what if you have to lose? I could get hit by a bus when I'm 59 and never see any of this money.
Yeah.
So like, why not just? So that's why I'm going for it. So like, if I was starting, like I have a coworker and he's got all this money. It's like, maybe he got it for his parents. And if you're starting with millions, there's no need to do that. You don't need to mess around with covered calls on Bitcoin. Yeah. But if you're starting from zero and you're trying to climb up, it's like you have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Well, and I got kind of lucky in the sense that I've racked up a lot of money in my checking account. I've racked up a lot of money in my brokerage account. And what I've been doing is I've been taking that loose cash that I have in my brokerage account and I've been swing trading volatile ETFs. I actually started to retweak my strategy a little bit. Now I still have my long-term holdings. I have my long-term forever holdings, the dividends that come in, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But I have roughly four ETFs that I swing trade because of their volatility and their intrinsic value. Mm-hmm. So naturally there's intrinsic value because the underlying assets within the funds themselves are actually valuable, right? They're a little volatile, but they're valuable. So I have a small cap international ETF, and what that means is it's basically the smaller companies that are indexed in the fund. Mm-hmm. So I have an international one. I have a US one that's also small cap, but these are very diversified products, by the way. They have a lot of companies within them. And then the other one, I have a silver ETF that I swing trade because silver is heavily volatile. And that actually has made me a lot of extra cash because of the volatility. And then the other one I swing trade a little bit is the VT. And that's because it gives me complete exposure to the entire equities market, but it keeps me kind of balanced in the swing trading side of things. It's the least volatile thing that I swing trade is the VT. Yeah. And then everything else though, everything else is a long-term holding. Like everything else, I don't touch anything else outside of those ETFs. I just let everything else compound. I let the dividends come in, so all that stuff. I usually just take the dividends and invest it into something different. But yeah, I got like 4 ETFs that I swing trade primarily, and they're made I use them specifically for swing trading. And I'll tell you that swing trading, the volatility of those things has proven to be, you have to be, okay, so it's not for everybody.
Now you don't have them in a tax advantage account, right? So you've got to pay taxes on your profit, but you can also write off your losses, can't you?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I don't really have too many losses. But even if I'm taxed on my capital gains, I don't really care. Gains are gains to me, man. Gains are gains. So like if I'm getting $1,000 in profit in a month, do you think I give a crap if I got to pay like taxes on it? Not really.
Yeah, what would that be? That'd be like $150 you pay or something?
Probably, yeah, about that amount.
15%? I think it's 15%.
Yeah, I think it's about 15%. Yeah, and I'm pretty good at keeping tabs on my taxes. That's one of the reasons why I try to keep a lot of money in my checking account. So if I end up owing taxes at the end of the year, it'll be easy for me to pay the IRS with no problems.
So I'm just searching X for Coos Bay. Someone said 8 hours ago, Oregon has the best oysters. Coos Bay oysters are the best I've ever had. He goes, they are clean, don't taste like filtered shit. LOL. Someone else is talking about Trump putting in a liquefied natural gas plant in Coos Bay. That'd be big. Probably do. Trump administration wants to make Oregon logged again, revving up decades-old battles over timber. So Trump wants to log and put a natural gas plant in.
Dude, he's putting Oregon on the map, it sounds like. Holy crap.
Yeah, there's someone else is at Cape Arago. Do you know where that is?
Oh, Cape Arago. Yep.
Yeah, he's got some pictures. Yeah, there's talking about...
Probably along Cape Arago Highway or something.
Yeah, what the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Expel forces from Red Deer? I don't know what this is. Maybe it's a video games thing.
Oh, it's all good.
But yeah, a lot of until next someone's leaving Coos Bay. This is cuz by your... Oh, here we go. What is going on? Yeah, they're showing a oil thing on fire in Iran. And then someone goes, yeah, and it's like a big oil like plume of fire and smoke. Then someone goes, glad we have paper straws in our restaurants, though. And then someone else goes, and then they show like a bunch of like trash and stuff out in the forest. And someone goes, this is because by your political views that Coos Bay, Oregon also supports. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of people are drunk on here. Like their tweets don't even make any sense. But...
Man, I'll tell you what, one page that is actually kind of funny to go onto is it's called facebook.com/Coos Bay area.
Yeah.
And it's just on Facebook, but it's a page created by I'm just gonna say a PDF. You know what I mean by that? The guy is actually a registered you-know-what. And he created this page that supposedly represents Coos Bay, Oregon. But it's basically a liberal page where he basically promotes liberal propaganda, like left-wing propaganda all day long on it. And then just like, he ended up blocking me though, because I found out the dude who created it was a PDF. So I ended up posting a link to everybody, posted a link in the comments and like, hey, do you know this dude's into certain things? Here's a link to what he's into. And,
you should have called Alex Rosen. You should have sent him a comment.
Oh, fun fact about that. My buddy TJ gave Alex Rosen this guy's phone number. So Alex Rosen has this dude's phone number now. So he knows he's on this. I'm afraid to say the guy's name because I don't know if he watches my channel or not. Not Alex Rosen, but the guy who runs the Coos Bay area page. So I try not to call his name out too much, but he basically, what made me pissed off at him, what kind of got me on the train of getting pissed off at this guy was he not doxed, but he slandered my buddy TJ. He slandered his name. He's a guy. He's one of the local right wing guys here and it pissed me off. I was like, dude. And TJ doesn't use Facebook at all, but his wife got on there and like was able to see that the dude on the page was saying all these terrible things that were not even true about TJ. TJ's a good dude, a great father, kind soul. And all he does is he interviews people at the anti-Trump rallies. That's all he does. And this guy was accusing him of saying that, oh, TJ does this and this and this to all these people. It's like, no, he doesn't. I've been to those. I've seen his live streams. He doesn't even edit. He doesn't edit any of his live streams either. So if you want to see the type of person he is, just go view his live streams. But
is that the guy with the beard and he shows up with his wife? You were at their house?
Yes. That was the guy with the beard. Yeah, that's TJ. Yeah, really cool dude.
Man, yeah. How often do they do that every weekend? Like the boomers with the anti-Trump rally?
I think it's like every 2 weeks, but I think that I think they're revving up a little bit. They're doing it every week. It feels like.
What did old people used to do? They used to play golf and stuff.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
They used to play shuffleboard, or they do lawn bowling. You ever see them do lawn bowling? But I thought they invented pickleball, but maybe they're not doing that anymore. You know, my smart TV now is a channel that's people playing pickleball 24 hours a day. It's like pickleball tournaments and stuff.
That's hilarious, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, it just showed up one day. There's like the 24-hour Dog the Bounty Hunter channel. There's a 24-hour Gordon Ramsay. And then there's 24-hour pickleball.
Is this like Pluto TV, by the way?
I don't know. It just came with my smart TV. It's like Samsung TV channels. And I guess they pay
I think it's associated with Pluto TV. That's because my girlfriend's got a TV very similar to that, where it's like got a free channel where it's like got these 24-hour a day shows and stuff like that.
Yeah, one's NASCAR, one's like TNA wrestling pay-per-views from like 2008.
Yeah,
just like way back there. There's like some hilarious stuff, but there's some cooking ones, there's some home decorating ones, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, you know Tubi TV, where they show like free movies and stuff?
I love Tubi.
Yeah, but what's hilarious is when Tubi TV came out, it was just like, well, you know, it was like Netflix, but it was like whatever they could afford. They would get licenses to stuff that were either cheap or maybe it was even public domain, or who knows. It was stuff Netflix didn't want, mostly. Yeah. So anyway, or they would do like weird documentaries that, I don't know, look like they were made by AI. I don't know. But whatever. But then I started seeing reactors react to Tubi movies. And then this girl named Scribe Cash, this black girl who used to do like music reactions. And then she did a bunch of stuff. She did her own music. She made her own music videos. Then she was in like the Coast Guard for like a year. And basically she's doing a bunch of stuff. And then she wanted to direct her own movies. And I heard she was doing that. I'm like, that's cool. And then she puts out a message one day, hey, my movie's on Tubi TV. If anyone wants to see it. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. She got her movie on Tubi. And then I see all these reactors reacting to Tubi TV. And they're all black, like 100% black movies. So what Tubi did is they went to like black creators and they're like, we'll put your movie on if you want to do it. Like, you know, we can't give you a big budget. We can't give you a big budget to fund it. Like, you might have to like fund it yourself or make it yourself. But if you send it to us, we'll put it on our channel. So like, you know, I guess some of them are a little like rough.
Dude, that's smart.
But some of them have like crazy scenes, like you know, Darman. But yeah,
no.
But a lot of them are like on Darman level. It's just like there was one where someone shoots someone and the bullet like curves around a tree and hits someone. And then it's like they don't have any special effects. It's like so they're doing what they can. But it was funny. Like Tubi TV became this thing where if you're a black creator, they'll put your movie on no matter what it is. They'll put it on your channel. And you probably get paid by the views or something. And by the advertising. It's basically like YouTube. Anyway, I thought that was funny, but yeah, Darman, Gavin was showing. I haven't looked at my smart TV for it, but Darman is seeing on his smart TV. Darman is on it now. He's got his own channel. It's 24-hour Darman.
God, no. I could barely stand 24 minutes of Darman. Oh my god!
Do you know that other one? Do you know it was like there was like the parody of Darman.
Mm-hmm.
What was it called? The channel's been taken down now. But you've probably seen the one where the Karen at the basketball court whips like the black kid in the wheelchair. You ever see that one?
No. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's been taken down. I think, but the channel was called something like Hope for Tomorrow or something. It was Darman, but it was like over the top. I'll play it right now.
So basically, from what I'm hearing, it's basically a parody of Darman videos and just goes too. Oh my god!
Yeah, we'll play a little clip from it. Let me do a quick share screen. Yeah, it was like.
Oh man.
Yeah, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but I'll show. But yeah, it was just like Darman. Here we go. Share screen.
It's funny. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, racist Karen whips boys for playing basketball.
Oh my god. So this is like something that you found on YouTube?
Yeah, this was famous. Are you ready? Here we go.
All right, let's see. The fuck?
Hey! What did I tell you criminals about coming back to my neighborhood?
Oh no, Roy, let's just get out of here.
Let her ruin our fun. Listen, lady, we aren't breaking any laws by having fun here at the park. I won't let you intimidate us anymore.
Are you talking back to me, boy? I guess you forgot who used to own your kind, and I'm about to remind you of that right now.
What the fuck?
Ow, Vince, help!
Don't you touch him or I will knock your teeth out.
Roy, hang on. I'll get some help.
This is insane.
Set it up.
Oh.
Yeah, it shows like an earlier that day.
But at least me and my mom are still alive. Just grateful for that.
No, you can make the jokes. I can't.
And she shows up.
Look at these hood rats infesting my neighborhood.
Oh my god.
I wish they all just went away. That way we could keep it pure like the good old days.
Oh my god.
I'll trade places with you. Gladly be the jerk.
Hey, there are no criminals here. You know that loitering is illegal, right? Not that your kind of people like to follow the rules, but as long as I'm here, I'm going to make sure that this neighborhood is safe.
Why are you being so rude, lady?
Yeah. We're not criminals. We're people just like you. We live here.
You do not live here, you filthy rat. Now give me that ball and get out of my neighborhood.
What the hell?
Ma'am, we're not giving you our ball. That's stealing. It's our ball.
If you don't give me that ball right now, I'm going to call the police and tell them that you assaulted me.
Why would you lie like
Messed
that?
up,
I've
dude.
done nothing wrong to you.
What
Messed
do you think
up,
they're going to
dude.
believe? Huh?
Yeah, so he goes home, he's crying.
Roy, you know I'm your mother.
Yeah, but then she comes back. The whip.
Oh my god. This is so ridiculous, dude. Oh my god.
What did I tell you criminals about coming back to my neighborhood?
Oh no, Roy, let's just get out of here.
No, Vince. I won't let her ruin our fun. Listen, lady, we aren't breaking any laws by having fun here at the park. I won't let you intimidate us anymore.
Are you talking back to me, boy? I guess you forgot who used to own your kind, and I'm about to remind you of that right now.
Ow! That hurts! Vince, help!
Don't you touch him or I will knock your teeth out.
Roy, hang on. I'll get some help.
This is so crazy.
Oh, look.
Oh wait, didn't we already watch this part?
Crippled.
I think we already watched this part.
They showed it before.
No one's coming for you. You're not worth it. You and your kind, you are worthless. Now,
This is
it's
crazy.
been what, 180 years since slavery was abolished? And I'm going to give you a lash for every year that God-given right
This
was
is
taken
so
away from me.
insane.
I don't care. You can try and hurt me, but you
This
won't
is
break my spirit.
insane. Oh my god.
My mom told me not to be afraid of evil people like you.
And where's your mama now, huh? It's just you and me. So let's have a little fun.
His mama is right here. Nobody messes with my boy like that, lady. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Vince, call the cops. and tell them that there's a lunatic at the park going around whipping people.
Yes. Hello, police. Yeah, we have a hate crime at Greensboro Park.
Yeah. Okay.
123 Main Street. All right, we'll be waiting.
Baby, are you okay?
Yes, Mom. She hit me a few times, but I didn't let her break my spirit or scare me away, just like you told me to do.
Is that
Good.
damn
I'm
Bonnie?
glad you didn't
That's
let
what-
evil win. Your father would be so
Vacation
proud.
That thing has a father.
Shut. I'm not through with you yet. I'm gonna make sure you go to jail for a long time.
Who do you think they're gonna believe, huh? A criminal or an innocent white lady?
Don't worry about that. I was recording the entire time you were attacking Roy. Now we have all the evidence we need to lock you up.
Come on.
Yeah.
You over here with the cops to come. Crazy. Crazy.
You know, even with that video against me, you're not winning a trial. They are going to rule in my favor. They always do. Okay? They know that you people are criminals and liars and crack dealers.
Lady, I don't know why you have so much hate in your heart, but good
This is
will
so
always
crazy.
win over evil. Now sit here and be quiet. I'm running out of patience with you.
Trust me, you don't want her to run out of patience.
This is so much like a Darman video, dude. This is so.
Once the cops arrived,
Oh
Vince
my
showed them
God.
the video evidence of Mallory whipping Roy. Mallory was arrested and sent to jail for her crimes. However, Roy
Anyway.
That was
Yeah.
so much like a Darman video. That was insane.
Like Darman times 10.
That was like so over the top, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the funniest shit I've seen in a while, dude. Because I was like, dude, because like I hate Darman videos so much, but that was actually funny as fuck, dude. That was
This
amazing.
is when he calls the police. And they're like, where are you? He's like, 123 Main Street. Like, if it was real, someone would have come up with a street. But
Yeah. Oh man,
123 Main Street. I'm using that as like my password.
it's too funny, dude. That was amazing. That was
Yeah, I think the channel's
fucking
gone,
amazing.
but it had some hilarious name like Tomorrow's Futures or something like that. But I can't find it. They shut it down. They hadn't posted anything in a while. But that video.
I need to start a channel called Garman. Just do some like over the top, like like social justice warrior style videos, dude. That was hilarious.
Yeah, and like but that's sort of what some of the black movies on Tubi are like. It's like, kind of like that, but not like that same story, but it's just the same acting and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if that channel's still up because they hadn't posted it forever. Like that was a repost by someone. I figure out. I don't know, but yeah, they must have done about 20 videos.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it on here. I don't know, but anyway, that guy, you remember that guy, White Noise, whose music video I sent you from Gavin's network?
Oh, White Noise, yeah, dude. That guy is. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah, his name's what's his name? His last name's Wilson. Matt Wilson. He's on YouTube as the Off Topic Show. But anyway, he watched that. He thought it was hilarious.
I love it, man.
What the hell was that? What the hell was it called? I'm trying to find boy. Anyway, the name of the channel is hilarious. What do you think it's called? Racist Karen Whips Boy. This channel is insane. Let's see if it'll tell me what the. Oh, that's what it was called. Generation Hope. That was the name of the channel.
Generation Hope.
Let me see if it's. Yeah, it's still up. It has 600,000 subscribers.
It's still up. Oh my god, dude. Oh
But
my.
they haven't posted anything in 2 years.
That's gotta be my new like channel to react to. Generation Hope.
Yeah, the last one they did was father fat shame 16-year-old daughter.
It's the at. Okay, so it's at Generation Hope. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm subscribing to this immediately, dude.
This one
is
was hilarious.
insane.
Trophy wife abandoned for becoming ugly. I watched that.
These are so ridiculous. White couple, lone
black
adult.
billionaire attacked by by racist realtor. It's like,
Oh my god.
angry Karen plants drugs on a 12-year-old black teen.
Oh my god, these are so insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Wife caught cheating with on husband with billionaire. Wife cheats on billionaire with 40 guys. What the fuck is this? This is amazing. See, this is what Darman should be. This is what Darman should aspire to be. This is funny. Like, this is legitimately better than anything Darman can ever do. I've watched Darman videos. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck, dude? This is so retarded. Like, this is so dumb. But the Generation Hope, dude, this is exactly what I needed. This is amazing.
Yeah, I remember the name.
Dude, thanks for showing me this, dude. Holy fuck. This is
Their
great.
biggest one ever was evil babysitter drowns kid in a pool, leaves him for dead.
Oh my god.
I'm taking a look at it right now.
So wild, dude. Oh man.
Oh yeah, the babysitter snaps. She starts yelling at the kid.
I just love it when Gavin was reacting to Darman videos, didn't he reacted to a few Darman videos, I think. And his reactions were fucking priceless though, dude. Oh.
Yeah, he did one a little while ago. Did you see that one where Gavin reacted to one like a few weeks ago? It was the one where a woman, people, I guess someone mistaked her thinking she was Taylor Swift, even though she's like 47 years old and looks nothing like Taylor Swift. But she and then she pretends to be Taylor Swift to do a benefit to save her mom's daycare business that's dying or something like that. And then it became this moral thing. Should you pretend to be Taylor Swift just to make money or something like that? But it was hilarious.
Yeah. dude, if I'm not gonna lie, if I looked like a celebrity, if somebody actually thought I looked like a celebrity, I would milk that. I would do whatever I could to look like that celebrity. I'd be like, yo, I need money. Give me free shit. I'm a celebrity. You know, like if people actually thought I was a real celebrity or something like that, I'd laugh my ass off, dude. I'd be like, fuck yeah. I want to pretend to be. So, my boy Tylord just said, all right, I'm off to bed. Tired. Good night. Have a good night, Mr. Tylord. Good night, my man.
Annie, hey, do you guys want to see what? Yeah, I'll do like one more quick Generation Hope clip. This looks hysterical. I gotta see.
I'm a little bit tired, so this will be like probably the last video of the night because I am tired. We'll do this Generation Hope video to end the night.
Okay, rich girl shames maid.
Oh no! What the fuck?
Come on, faster! I want to see my reflection on that floor when you're done with it.
Why are you so mean to me?
Because there's two kinds of people in this world. People who look like you and live on food stamps and welfare and deserve to be treated like the criminals you are.
Oh my god, dude, what the fuck?
Rich and beautiful and deserve to be treated like royalty. Oh, that's for you.
The fuck? Oh, what the fuck? What the hell, dude?
Looks like you missed a spot.
Please stop.
Did you just tell me what to do?
No, I'm just asking. Please stop.
That
This
sounds
is
like
so
telling me what to
crazy.
do. So now I'm going to have to teach you a lesson on what happens to dumb slaves when they disobey their masters.
What the fuck, dude? Oh my god.
Look at you. Your back's all wet, just like your ancestors when they were picking up cotton.
Doesn't even make sense.
Dude, what the hell? Oh my
They always
god.
start it with hot, and then they like go earlier that day. But it's like, but there's always a line that doesn't make sense. They're like, "Oh, your back's all wet, like you're pig hot." Like, it doesn't really make sense.
Well, I think they do it on purpose because they want to make the person sound as ignorant as possible. So
Yeah,
they're
but
just,
also there's always like some little giveaway in all these movies. It's sort of like, or like a wink, like, "Hey, it's like it's not real." But I don't know. That was, but you're right. It could have just been that. But
oh
yeah,
my
these are
god,
hilarious.
dude. That is like Darman on steroids, dude. That's Darman on steroids right there, dude. This is insane.
Oh man.
See, I love the fact that it's not produced as well either. The thing that pisses me off about Darman is that those stupid fucking Darman videos are overproduced, but they still fucking suck. You know, at least Generation Hope doesn't try to like overproduce that shit. They try to over dramatize, obviously, because it's funny. But like, I would rather watch that shit than Darman, because at least that shit's like crazier than Darman. They go so over the top in that. I love it.
Oh yeah, you got to see a couple seconds of this one. This is out of control. Let me just see this really. Let's go. Wife gets caught cheating on husband if she lives to regret it. I think this might have been those 40 guys. I don't know. Let's try this.
Oh my god.
Amanda? God, what are you doing?
What does it look like I'm doing, David? I'm making love to a man who goes to the gym and is not always working.
Look at this guy. What was that?
You like what you see, baby?
Not really. It looks like you've gotten fatter.
I'm fatter. Honey, you know I can't go to the gym like I used to. I've been working overtime at the hospital.
Well, can't you work out before you go to the hospital? Or afterwards? Maybe you can lift one of those cancer patients and use them as weights.
Oh my god, this is insane. I love it though.
Besides, I told you, I'm not working with cancer patients anymore. They have me on COVID cases now because the hospital staff has been so overwhelmed, and those people need all the time that I can give them.
I could care less about these COVID people. They all could just die if it were up to me.
God.
This is just like the flu. But people are overreacting. And wasn't it you that said it's all the fat people that are dying? It's a service to society, if you ask me.
No, that's not what I said. And you know
Oh my god.
what I said was that people with pre-existing conditions are getting hit the hardest because their bodies are under so much strain. By the way, aren't your parents seriously overweight?
Yes, they are. And I pray that they get COVID and die off faster. And just give me my inheritance.
Oh my god.
I'm just so sick of going to their
crazy.
birthday parties every year. Like, you're 60 years old. How old can you keep on living? I'm not going to even want to keep on living.
Oh my god.
It's not like they're of any service to society.
Honey, sometimes when you talk like that, I don't know if you actually mean it or if it's just stress or something. I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Why don't you let the good doctor release some of that stress for you?
I'm not in the mood, David.
Really? It's been like 6 months since we made love. Are you sure?
6 months, jeez.
What if we spice things up a little bit?
Ew, David. You know I do not like that kind of stuff. I hate when people get weird like that. And I already told you, I'm not in the mood.
I'm sorry. You know I respect you and your body, and I will...
Okay, I can't take any more of that.
It's just so bad. Dude.
Each one's more epic than the next.
Like, dude, Generation Hope might be the greatest thing I've seen ever, dude. That's way better. Okay, so like that is like I love it. Like it's what I wish Darman could be.
Like that woman that was in this one, that's like 90% of the people I've seen on TikTok. Like that's normal now.
That's too good, dude.
Like,
That's too.
Who's that girl who I think she's actually from where I'm from. Who's that Little Tay? Remember Little Tay?
Little Tay.
She's like that, I don't know, Vietnamese or whatever she is, but she's like throws around money and hangs out with Jake Paul. And she did that thing where she dropped like an OnlyFans link at midnight like 6 months ago. But like that's like all her videos. The people in our Generation Hope are Little Tay. That's what she throws out around money and calls everyone ugly.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Generation Hope, man. That was epic.
Generation Hope, dude. That is
And he says this is hilarious. Yeah, check it out, Annie.
I do need to react to one of these times when I'm just chilling.
That's what Annie says, Garza. You have to react to these.
Yes. Oh my god.
Maybe start each stream off with a new Generation Hope reaction. There's quite a few on there, so you can probably go a couple years.
Dude, those are pretty good, man. Like it reeks of Darman, and I love it. I love that Generation Hope. Actually, I need to see the comments on some of these.
Yeah,
the comment section has to be like the funniest shit in the world. Pausing this real quick here.
One guy says, Mom, can we get Darman? Mom, we have Darman at home. And then Darman at home, and it's just this. Everyone's laughing about the line later in the clip where he goes, "I'm sorry, brother. She already got enough chocolate this year."
Dude, these are just too good, man. I don't know, dude. I'm now
But if you notice in the comments, there's people from like the Middle East and third world countries who take this 100% serious. Like there's a comment from Turkey that says Turk-Irani, so it's maybe Turkey or Iran from 3 years ago. He goes, "I feel so bad for David when he cried. What a cold-hearted person Amanda is." That's what Gavin was saying. Like people like in like random foreign countries take these 100% seriously.
Oh man, I love it.
Sharon Bryce says people still think that COVID is a joke until they get it. That was his takeaway from this video.
Oh my god.
Oh, someone pointed out there's, I guess, a phone rings later. They go, "That is a Samsung phone with an Apple ringtone."
Oh man, Annie's loving these, man. Annie was like, "I never laughed so hard." Yeah, those are pretty good, man. Generation Hope is giving me hope.
maybe if just for Annie, maybe we'll see. Where's that? Where's the most popular one? Let's see. About the black kid. That might be kind of funny.
Man.
Wife cheats on disabled soldier. Wife cheats on
This is like Darman times 10. I love it. But I'm gonna say this, man. I'm getting pretty tired at the moment. I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here in just a second, my man. I've been going to bed a little bit earlier than usual, usually about midnight or so, but I'm probably gonna pass out here in just a second.
Okay, one last little clip.
I'll do one last one. We'll do one last one here.
Just for Annie. Annie asked for.
We'll do this for Annie.
This is Gold Digger dumps broke boyfriend. This is what I like. I like the ones where money's involved. Let's see. Present. Share screen.
E.T. says, "I knew that you were the fake Garza."
Okay, here we go. Let's see if this is any good.
Stupid camera. I'm going back to my rich ex.
Thank God it didn't break.
By the way, this is the script you've been working on, right?
Yeah? Why?
Oh no.
Bella, what is wrong with you?
Because now it's a burning piece of trash.
What is wrong with you? Why would you do that? That's the only copy.
I'm teaching you a lesson about being poor. Get it through your dumb, ugly skull that if you want to keep a girl like me, you need to be rich. Where?
I mean, I can make you a sandwich that tastes amazing, and it costs like $3.
$3. I'd rather be caught dead than eat anything worth $3.
That's where you're wrong. My mom's secret recipe. She used to make this all the time for me when I was a kid.
What is that?
You just need 2 pieces of bread, 2 pieces of ham, 1 piece of cheese, some mayo, half an avocado, and voila, the perfect sandwich. Give it a try.
That looks like a good sandwich. I want that sando, dude.
Uh-oh.
Psych.
Oh
no, dude, that's a good looking sandwich.
In my mouth.
No, Bella, why did you do that?
This is what I think of your mom's stupid sandwich.
Stop, Bella, why did you do that?
I'm teaching you a lesson about being poor. Get it through your dumb, ugly skull that if you want to keep a girl like me, You need to be rich.
You know I'm saving my money right now for the YouTube channel.
Luke, nobody cares about your stupid YouTube channel. It's never going to work. What is your channel even about? I already forgot.
I told you, it's about teaching people life lessons so that they can change to become better versions of themselves. You know, spread kindness and positivity around the world.
Who in their right mind would ever want to subscribe to a YouTube channel about life lessons? Don't you get it? People don't want to better themselves.
That's where you're wrong, Bella. People want to change to become better versions of themselves. Sometimes they just need some support and some guidance.
Okay, let's say this YouTube channel works. How much would you even make from it?
I'm not doing this for the money. I don't care about the money. I'm doing this because there's a lot of people out there that are in pain. A lot of people that are lost, are having trouble with their lives. I want to let them know that the world's not all dark and evil. I want to let this generation know that there is hope. Yes! That they can change the world.
Yeah, it's meta. It's meta.
How pathetic can you get? Hope? Don't you realize there's no good people left in this world? There's only the strong, like me, who will survive, and the weak, like you, will end up poor. What are you going to call this useless channel of yours anyway?
I hadn't thought about it. If I were to sum it up into 2 sentences, I just want to show this next generation that there's hope that they can change
Generation
the world.
Hope, call it.
So I guess Generation Hope.
Oh my God, that is the stupidest name I've ever heard. Who in their right mind would ever subscribe to a YouTube channel called Generation Hope?
People who have a kind heart and want to see the world become a better place and want to see other people achieve their dreams and become better humans. That's who.
Is this the camera that you're going to use to film your videos with?
Throw it out the window.
It's so old. Does it even work?
Yes, and please be careful with it. I don't have the money to replace it.
Oh my God, it does work. Guess it's not a complete piece of garbage. Testing, testing. Is anyone watching?
Bella, can you just put it down before you break it?
Relax. I just want to leave a message to the people watching.
She's so terrible.
If there's anybody watching. Hello, Generation Hope people. So, you see this loser? He actually thinks you're going to subscribe to his YouTube channel. He thinks people want to make themselves better, make the world a better place. Well, I have news for him. No one will ever subscribe to his dumb Generation Hope YouTube channel. He will never get any subscribers. Luke, tell me, what is your goal, dream, subscribers? Come on, don't be shy. Talk to the camera.
I don't care how many subscribers I get. I just want to help people.
Come on, Luke. This is why you're such a failure. You have no big goals. See, you tell people they should follow their dreams. And the only way to get on top?
Try the new Korean bar.
All right. I don't know where that goes, but if you like Generation Hope, watch the second half on your
I'm a Generation Hope fanboy, dude. I subscribed already. So I subscribed to Kmart Darman. Kmart Darman, dude. I love it. That's all I gotta say.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I might get a Generation Hope shirt. I wonder if they have merch. I would wear that.
Oh man, that's too funny.
I'm gonna put that everything. I'm gonna put in like my email signature. Member of Generation Hope. They'll be like, "Are you a millennial?" I'm a Generation Hope. You should wear that when you go to one of those anti-Trump rallies. A big sign, Generation Hope.
Generation Hope. Oh my God.
There's a shade, Trump 2028 Generation Hope.
Yes. Oh my God, dude. Oh.
Then these boomers will look it up. They probably like this channel.
Too funny, man. Too funny.
Man, there you go. Well, Annie loves it, but you're only down to 3 people watching. So I think Generation Hope might have killed your channel.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't.
You probably lost like 100 subscribers just in the last hour.
No, I love it, man. We've been getting views. I think the thing is like, yeah, I need to keep on pumping, but that's okay. The more videos I do where I react to stuff. Sadly, reacting to the Iran stuff has been pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I love it though.
Well, Iran will die out depending how long it goes in terms of the popularity. Like, like Iraq was big when that happened, but then as months and years went on, people were just like, whatever.
Yeah.
What's going on? But I think Iran, like the Iranian government, is like, oh, we're good for like 20 years. We've got ammunition. We've got this. We got that. But there's like they don't got anything. They're just getting blown up left and right. So that's all big. Like they just keep saying, they're like, we got big surprises. It's like they don't got anything. They're like, it's over. Man, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Generation Hope. Now I'm fired up.
I know, dude. I'm a Generation Hope fanboy, dude. I don't need Darman, dude. I never needed Darman to begin with. I just needed Generation Hope, bro.
Well, you want to warm up with Darman. You don't want to dive in. Like I had a cousin that was like a drug addict, and him and his girlfriend, before they would do hard drugs, they'd go to like the pharmacy and get those methadone hits, which are supposed to wean you off drugs. But they would get those about 4:00 at night, right before it closed, and then that would just be a warm up for what they were doing later, which is like heroin or something.
So you're equating Darman as this.
Yeah. So you want to just take a shot of Darman at the beginning, and then maybe have a drink or something, and then dive into Generation Hope after that.
Damn, that's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant, dude. Oh my god.
I'm gonna see how funny it is after another lucky. Let's see what happens.
I gotta find the lucky beers. I gotta go look for the Land Shark. I gotta remember Land Shark's lager. I gotta look for lucky beer though. I think my boy Ty Lord actually messaged me directly, and he said, what did he say? Oh, he thinks that 101. Oh, really? So I think he's saying that 101. I'm not too sure which one 101 is. I think he might be talking about I'll have to try to ask him what he's talking about on that one, but
awesome. Okay, I better go too. So it's like midnight. But...
yeah, I'm gonna get some rest.
This Annie's in Toronto. It's like 3 or 4 in the morning over there.
Oh yeah, dude. It's a late night for Annie on that one. Holy crap.
That was hilarious. I'm stealing that sandwich line though. Next time I go to Subway or something. They're like, sir, do you want our $3.99 foot long today on special? I'm like, I don't put anything $3.99 in my mouth. I'll just show that clip. I'll have that as like a clip, and I'll play it on my phone at the Subway. It'll be that clip. And then I'll have her throw down the sandwich and step on it.
Oh my goodness, man. I love it. I love it.
Cool. Okay, well, I gotta log off, but yeah, we got a lot done. You got to see my new setup.
Dude, I'm loving the new setup, by the way. It's beautiful.
Hang on 1 second. I just want to stop.
Nope. Uh-oh. I think my boy
All right, never mind. I was going to turn this thing in the middle. It has like it turns on, but I got to reach around the back. But it's got my my vintage hockey figures. Here, just 1 second.
Yeah.
Let me turn this on 1 second. Okay.
All right. Let's see here.
Doesn't really make any difference, but yeah, those are all my McFarlane hockey figures from this players from the 50s and 60s.
Dude, that's sick.
I don't even know if you can see them, but anyway.
I can see them a little bit though. Actually, let me expand it up. I want to full screen you real quick. I'm going to maximize.
You kind of see it.
Okay, dude, those are freaking dope as hell. Dude, there's some cool little hockey figures, dude. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like replica figures. Like they do them. I think McFarlane did like football and baseball players, and like I think they did stuff for Kiss and Guns N' Roses and stuff. But yeah, this is my new setup. So,
Dude, those are amazing, man. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, we got Fast and the Furious. We got Pac-Man, and it's got other games on it too. But yeah, Arcade 1UP got sold. They got bought by some other company, but I think they're going to be putting out more stuff. So.
Oh, they're going to keep putting out Arcade 1UP machines? Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, hopefully. They got something fun, super fun is the name of the company or something. They already put out a couple, but anyway, they'll be putting out probably some more. So we'll see. I don't know if I'll get any more. We'll see what happens. But
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Cool, man. Well, it was a wild ride. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna keep monitoring the channel. And
we're getting to 10,000, man. We're getting to 10,000 soon enough.
Yeah, definitely sounds good. And he's laughing, and we're good. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get another beer, but I'll see y'all next time.
All right, have a good night, man. Generation Hope, baby. Generation Hope.
Make sure you react to one on your next stream. Start it off with Generation Hope. People are gonna be like, what the hell is it?
Generation Hope for inspiration. Oh, God.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, see you later, Mr. Tim. Bye. Later, bud. It's our boy Tim Smith, total stud. Total beast, man. I love Mr. Tim Smith whenever he comes on, dude. Anytime Tim is in the chat or on here, on the show, oh, man. That was a cool time, man. That was badass. I am tired, though, so I'm going to end the stream. I want to say I love you guys. Thank you guys for always being so cool. Give a round of applause to Tim Smith, everybody. It's my boy, dude. Anyway, I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to end the stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ending the stream right now.